Test, test. Hello, test 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. All right. Hello, 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 hello. Uh,
There it is. There it is. Yeah, that's a lot better.
You know Rock Thomas, if he can make $1, he's there. So you're talking to the wrong
Yep.
You got some background noise?
A little bit, yeah.
I have a little background.
A little background as well.
Static more than anything.
Yeah.
We rarely double check it.
There we go. That helps it out.
Yes. And it's that button too.
Yep. What's that?
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said something to me. All right. It's a pretty mild band. I think I can handle them.
Yes, yes. Now that's my kind of band.
Yeah, it's fairly mild.
Yeah.
I just called in there. So I just call in and then hit the button. Or get. Okay, do that first and then call in. Well, that's what I was trying to. Yeah. Maybe I got a half and half on first. Okay. Okay. All righty. Bye-bye.
Figure that way I've got it just right here in front of me.
I told Melissa that we'd cover our mic if she got to going real heavy over here. We about ready to get on, or should get on.
Yeah. How do you say that last name? Queuer.
Quatermus.
Quatermus. Quer.
Termous.
Quatermus.
You want me to turn you guys down so you're not on the internet? Or what time are you guys ready?
Oh, whenever we go.
Go.
You guys let me know whenever.
We're ready.
We're ready.
I still hear a buzz or something.
I'm playing. I'm good.
Yeah, I don't hear much. It's real faint if anything. I was about to tell her it starts good going. I'm going to hand her my headset. So here you go.
Get the coaches show over with as they clear the floor.
Without knowing absolutely sure who you're giving your information to. If you have any questions, please feel free to call the Caldwell County Sheriff's Office, 270-365-2088.
Okay.
Time for Caldwell County Tiger, Lady Tiger basketball on your hometown radio station, WGKY Tiger. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Select Platform, like Planner Bank, Morning Medical Clinic, McDonald's, Caldwell Medical Center, First Southern National Bank, Rural Electric, Portland Gas Company, the Woodall Agency, AMW, McGregor Group,
So I can bring it in real quick, say, hey, welcome to it, and then send it right back out.
Morgan Funeral Home and Fredonia Valley Bank. It's time for Caldwell County Tiger, Lady Tiger basketball on your hometown radio station, WPKY The Tiger. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Prince Electric Transport, Koch News Incorporated, Planters Bank, Community Medical Clinic, McDonald's, Caldwell Medical Center, First Southern National Bank, Pennyroyal Rural Electric, Portland Gas Company, the Woodall Agency, KSC, AMW, the McGregor Group, Heating and Air, Farmers Bank and Trust Company, Jeff Rousseau, Attorney at Law, Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, Morgan Funeral Home, and Fredonia Valley Bank. Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source. Tri-Seas in Princeton would like to give a big shout out to one of our own, Jeff McDowell. Jeff has given Tri-Seas 34 years as one of our top service technicians, and General Motors thinks so also, as they selected Jeff in the top 20 service technicians out of over 7,000 in the Southeast region. We are so proud of you, Jeff. The extra time and dedication it takes to achieve this honor speaks volumes about him. Tri-Seas Incorporated offers top-notch service on all your GM and Chrysler vehicles by certified technicians Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Call 270-365-5522 for your appointment today. Tri-Seas Incorporated, Highway 91 North in Princeton.
Good evening and welcome to Caldwell County Lady Tiger and Tiger basketball, getting you all set for action here at Livingston Central High School in Smithland, Kentucky. Eric Jacobs alongside Bob Hayes to bring you all the action. What should be an exciting finish to both the Lady Tigers and Tigers regular season. Got some senior night, a little ceremony going on pregame, and then we'll get you ready.
The ceremony right now is honoring Livingston's Tabby Payton with over 2,000 points in her career.
Very impressive.
Quite an accomplishment. And Eric, getting back to the game tonight, these two teams met earlier this year on December 11th at the CAB. Caldwell coming away the winner that night, 49-38. So, and then if you look at the ratings, notably the Cantrell ratings, both teams are just about dead even here. So expect a really good, entertaining ball game tonight. And hopefully won't be the lid on the basket as it was last night over in Todd County. So hopefully we can play better basketball tonight.
Looks like getting all set for the starting lineup for the Lady Tigers.
I'm getting some feedback. And the starting lineups are being introduced for the Tigers. 14 coming out first is Maja Hollowell, followed by Bella McConnell coming out. Jada Boyd next up. Number 31 being introduced, JC Jaggers. And the fifth starter is Lucy Goffinette being introduced. Now the Livingston Central starting lineup. Number 5 is Lauren Ring getting the start, followed by 34 Peyton Dudley. And number 40 is Josie Tolley. Next up is the lady we were just talking about, Tabby Payton. And finally, number 12 is Haley Stafford. Those are your 5 starters for the Livingston Central Lady Cardinals. Lady Cardinals are on the floor in the jump circle, followed by the Lady Tigers coming out for the opening tip. And to call the game here in the first quarter, Tiger sportscaster Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Getting all set for tip. Looks like it is going to be McConnell and Dudley to take the tip. Or sorry, McConnell and Peyton, my mistake, to take the tip. Whistle's blown, ball is up, and we are underway. Initial tip won by the Livingston Central Lady Cardinals. Swing it left side for Tolley. Tolley's going to return it for Stafford. Stafford holds it high at the point. Stafford content to take her time. Gets it right side to Tabby Payton. Payton holds inside. The Stafford kicks it out. We're going to get it back to Payton. Payton swings it left side for Stafford. Back to Payton. They'll catch. Payton will get it returned to her. Skips it back. Stafford at the point trying to unlock this zone for the Tigers. On the right side is Ring. Ring to Stafford. Errant pass going to be tipped up. Picked up by Hollowell. Hollowell out of the backcourt. Gets it to Boyd. Boyd driving lane. Dishes it off to Jaggers. Shot up. No good. Payton able to snatch away the board. Payton to bring it the other way. Payton will hold. Gets it right side to Stafford. Stafford back to the point to Ring. Ring thinks about a shot. Instead they'll feed it into the corner for Payton. Back on the right wing for Payton. They'll float it back and forth. They'll swing it into the left corner for Tolley. They'll hold it. Stafford at the point. Having a hard time breaking down this Caldwell County zone early on. Ball skip right side to Tolley. Tolley inside. She'll kick it back out. It's going to be a 3 taken. This one put up off the mark by Stafford. McConnell able to get the board. Lady Tigers coming the other way. Layup is going to be off the mark by Jaggers. The board's going to get picked up by Payton. Both teams looking for the first points of the game. Payton's pass, errant, going to come off the hands of Ring and out for a Lady Tiger ball. Bob, neither team really looking they're comfortable so
it's
far.
Like Todd County and Caldwell. It's like feeling each other out, Eric, as to where the weaknesses are. And And yeah, it's just.
Daggers goes into the left corner to Goffinette. Now to Hollowell. Back into the corner for Goffinette. Lady Tigers looking to work it around the perimeter. Now comes far right side for Hollowell. Hollowell skips it right corner for Goffinette. She'll return it. Straightaway three put up by Jaggers. This one in and out. Going to be rebounded by Peyton. Peyton across the midcourt line. Comes right side. Tries that, it fed back inside. That ball's going to be tipped away, no good. Fast break for the Lady Tigers. Boyd two-step into the lane, off the mark. Picks it up. And some trouble, throws it up, gets the contact, and is able to convert. Lady Tigers getting the first 2 points of the game, 5:35 left in the first quarter. And that will put Jada Boyd at the line to try and make it a three-point play. Boyd from the line, shots up off the front of the iron. McConnell able to get the rebound. Might have got a hand on that putback. Jaggers able to come away with it, and a jump ball. Like possession will stay with the Lady Tigers. They look to extend on this 2-0 lead, 5:31 to go in the first quarter.
And we had a good look that time. Eric just couldn't get the ball to go.
Pass was tipped. Stafford hit the ground. They're going to say there was some contact there. First foul going against Bella McConnell. Will pick up her first, team's first. Lady Tigers lead 2-0, 5:24 to go here in the first quarter. Ball comes left side for Tolley. Tolley to Stafford. Into the corner. Stafford will dribble it central. Stafford back into the corner for Peyton. Peyton back to Stafford. They'll swing it left side. Now into the corner for Ring. Ring has that ball tipped. Hollowell's able to pull it away from her. Coming the other way of the Lady Tigers. Quick pass into the left wing for Jaggers. She'll get it returned to her. Feeds it inside to McConnell. Ball's tipped. Boyd able to corral the loose ball. Goes up. Has her shot blocked. Second attempt. She's going to dish it out to Jaggers. Jaggers left side of the lane to Hollowell. Corner for Goffinette. She'll hold. They swing it back to the point. Now left wing for Jaggers. Open look for a three. This one up off the mark. Rebound pulled away by the Lady Cardinals. Coming up, the wing is Ring. She'll throw it over to Stafford for three off the back of the iron. Boyd able to be corralled by Boyd. Back and forth action here. Ball comes right side for Hollowell. Hollowell able to connect off the glass and in. Lady Tigers with a 4-0 lead. Early timeout being taken by Livingston Central is going to be a 30-second. Bob, Lady Tigers look like they're heating up a little bit coming into this one.
Well, what I like to see, Eric, is we've gotten up a lot of quality shots. Livingston maybe only gotten off at the most 2 shots.
Yes.
They've turned it over 4 times already. The Lady Tigers not any. And our shots are going to start dropping as we too many good looks at the basket for them not to go in.
Especially hard to miss. I know every now and then you'll see one about a 2-foot shot, but whenever you're uncontested 2 feet away from the basket, hard to make that one not fall.
Let it go.
And the Lady Tigers have converted on those. They lead 4-0, 4:19 left in this first quarter. Livingston Central inbounds from their own baseline, gets it across midcourt. Ball fed inside, it's going to be knocked away, but a foul called. The Lady Tigers reaching in to swat that ball away. That foul going against 12. Lucy Goffinette picks up her first, team second. Livingston Central to inbound from the baseline. Ball come out to Stafford. Stafford thinks about a three. Instead gets it over to Peyton. She'll return it back to Stafford at the point. Stafford holds right wing for Ring. Now straight away for Peyton. Steps in. And a foul called. That one going against McConnell, and that really a mystery foul. From this vantage point, sitting right on the floor, not sure where the contact was on that one.
I didn't see the foul either, Eric. I'm not real sure, because we're sitting behind to the side of the coaches bench here. But I didn't see a foul.
I didn't see one either. Lady Tigers, or Lady Cardinals, will inbound Ball comes right side for Ring. She'll dribble into the corner, back to the point. 3 put up. That one off the mark by Stafford. Rebound able to be picked up beyond the arc by Stafford. She'll hand over to Ring. Lady Cardinals working around the perimeter, get it inside. This ball to Tolly, shot up, no good. Rebound able to be corralled. Ring now with the shot. This one a little strong over the basket. McDaniels able to snag the rebound. Lady Tigers headed in the other direction. Ball to the point to Boyd. Gets it right wing for Goffinette. Thinks about a shot. Will hand it to Hollowell. Cross-court pass to Jaggers. Jaggers feeds it inside. Put it back out to the point to Boyd. Long two taken by Goffinette. And Goffinette right on the mark. Makes it a 6-0 lead for the Lady Tigers. 2 minutes and 59 seconds left in this first quarter. Stafford at the point. Livingston Central still looking for their first points of the ball game. Stafford gets it over, and we'll get a return. Now over to the right wing to Ring. Feeds it inside to Tolly. Tolly, middle of the lane, able to feed it to Peyton, and Peyton gets the shooter's touch off the bounce. Livingston Central gets their first 2 points of the game. The Lady Tigers extend their lead to 6-2, 2:30 left in the first. Lady Tigers working it around the perimeter. Right wing for Goffinette, right corner for Hollowell. Hollowell to Boyd. Boyd will hold, back to Jaggers. Jaggers swings it left wing for Goffinette, back central. 3 ball off the mark. Goffinette able to snag the Boyd. To return it back to Jaggers. Jaggers feeds it to Boyd. Boyd drives, was turned away. Ball's tipped and picked up by the Lady Cards. Coming the other way. We'll get it into the wing for Ring. Swing it to the left side. Peyton holds, gets it to Stafford. Stafford at the point, working around the picks. Going to be, and that ball over to Ring. Ring straight away 3. This one off the side of the iron, no good. Able to get the rebound. They feed it inside to Peyton. Peyton able to put it off the glass and in with 1:33 left in the first. Caldwell County 6, Livingston Central 4. Jaggers into the corner for Hollowell. Get it back to Boyd. Swings the central for Goffinette. To return it, and Bob, Lady Tigers really moving that ball around quickly. A lot of crispness on those passes.
Right, and
Boyd shot up, no good. Peyton with the board. Stafford out of the backcourt. Stafford holds, gets it to Ring. Ring back to Stafford. 58 seconds left in the quarter. Ring wants to feed it inside for Peyton, is able to. Peyton goes up and in. Peyton using that size to her advantage, ties it up at 6 apiece. 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Lady Tigers to Jaggers. Jaggers wanted to drive, pushed away. Gets a return to her, now to Boyd, 35 seconds. Boyd will back up, take her time, let a little time bleed off the clock. We'll hand it over for Jaggers. Jaggers holds 24 seconds. Sit to Boyd. Boyd right wing. High for Goffinette. Returns it back to Boyd. 16 seconds. Boyd to Goffinette. Will return it. 12. Now to Jaggers. Jaggers open look for a 3. This one up off the mark. Rebounded by Peyton. Peyton picking up a head of steam and a sea of blue. Peyton goes coast to coast. Too strong. And after 1 quarter of play, we're all knotted up at 6 apiece. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and be back with your second quarter of action. You're listening to Lady Tigers basketball here on your hometown station, 103.3 The Tiger.
You can always expect great things at Planters Bank. When we say expect great things, what we're really saying is Planters Bank is here to provide the financial services you need. Planters Bank believes in the strength of our community and is a full-service financial institution. Our employees have a true passion for helping our neighbors, and it shows. See Jake Pepper and the rest of the Planters Bank staff at 208 North Jefferson. Planters Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
And welcome back to Livingston Central Cardinals Gym, where it is a close one here after 1 quarter of play. Both teams knotted up at 6 apiece, and Bob, seemed like towards the end of that quarter, both teams starting to heat up a little bit, getting shots to fall.
I thought Livingston Central picked up the pace quite a bit, Eric, in the last 2 minutes of the first half. They were at first were just trying to test and poke around and see where the entry passes could be, but and then they started breaking back down the court off a missed Caldwell County shot. Peyton with all 6 of Livingston's points, and we've got to know where she is at all times on the court. And second quarter underway, and here for the call, Tiger sportscaster Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Livingston Central with possession of the ball. They'll swing it left wing for Stafford. Stafford returns it to Ring at the point. Wants to feed it inside. Pass is tipped and corralled by Boyd. Boyd, quick pass to Goffinette, just past her outstretched hand. That one will go out for a Tiger turnover. Caldwell only with their second turnover of the first half.
And last night when we played fast, Eric, we were prone to make a wild errant pass.
Livingston Central now on the attack. Ball to Tolly. Tolly holds, they'll swing it right wing for Ring. Ring holds, straightaway 3 taken by Stafford. This one off the mark. Peyton able to snag away the board. Peyton underneath the basket, found a gap and took it. Livingston Central jumps out to their first lead of the game. 8-6, 7:07 left. There's Boyd. Boyd will hold, gets it to Jaggers. Jaggers wants to drive, 2-step into the lane, throws it up off the right side. Peyton able to get the board, and we're going to have a foul.
Come on! Wake up, baby girl. Come on, we need you. We gotta have you, baby. Take it off. Come on.
That foul going against 15.
Maury McDaniels.
And that will be McDaniels' first of the game. Will be the Lady Tigers' 4th. Livingston Central back in possession of the ball. 6:53 to go in the first half. We mentioned before the game, this one's shaping up to, should be a close one. Statistically, these teams very, very close. Livingston on the attack, Stafford at the point. Goes right wing for Ring, tries to feed it inside, pass is tipped. Hollowell snags it, fast break 2-on-1. Hollowell to Boyd, Boyd up and able to connect with the left hand. We're all tied at 8 apiece.
Nice defense led to offense then.
Yes.
Nice assist that time.
Tolly hands to Ring at the point, goes right wing for Stafford. Stafford looking to feed Peyton inside. Pass was tipped, was picked up on the baseline. Driving, ball squirting around is going to be corralled by Jaggers. Jaggers on the break, nice feed to Hollowell, and Hollowell up and in with the contact. Fantastic pass, threaded the needle, and an even better finish from Hollowell with the pressure. That foul going against Stafford. Stafford will pick up her first, team second. Puts Hollowell at the line for the and-1. Free throw put up by Hollowell, connects, and the Lady Tigers now extend the lead to 11-8, 5:58 left in the second. Stafford on the right wing, dribbles Central to the point. And over to Tolly. Tolly to Ring, gets it back to Stafford inside, feeds it to Peyton. Peyton's going to hand out the Ring back to the point to Stafford, straightaway 3. This one just shy. Not going to touch anything and will go out for a Lady Tiger ball. Substitution coming in as Davidson for the Lady Cardinals for the first time this evening. Coming this other way are the Lady Tigers now on the attack. There's Jaggers to the point to Goffinette. Back to Jaggers into the corner for McDaniels. They'll swing it now right wing for Boyd. Boyd to Jaggers. Return it to Boyd, looking for a little movement. Now she'll hand it off to Goffinette. Zips a pass on the left wing to Jaggers. Back to Jaggers, had a look. Opted to throw it into the corner for McDaniels. Lady Tigers trying to find an open look with this 2-3 zone. Livingston Central. Boyd, top of the key, hands it off to Jaggers. 3 from the left wing. This one too strong off the back of the iron. Stafford with the rebound. Stafford, hot pursuit with Goffinette behind her. Jaggers attempted to save it, but good transition D. They're from the Lady Tigers.
Probably saved a basket by JC's hustle down the floor.
JC, Jaggers and Goffinette were in pursuit. Quick inbound, they get it inside to Peyton. And Peyton really having her way underneath the basket so far has really been the only offense Livingston Central's been able to generate to this point.
All 10 points Livingston has been from her.
Lady Tigers in possession. They'll go right wing to Goffinette. She's met quickly by Stafford. Forces a pass into the corner for Hollowell. Hollowell's going to mishandle that ball. Tied up on the floor. That will be a jump ball. Possession will stay with the Lady Tigers. As they hold on to an 11-10 lead, 4:23 to go in this first half. Goffinette inbounds to Boyd. Left side for Jaggers, now for McDaniels, inside to Hollowell, spinning in the lane, right hand off the square and in. Nice move there by Maja Hollowell.
A great move by Maja, knowing exactly where to shoot the ball too.
Lady Tigers now with a 13-10 lead, 4:06 to go in the first half. Stafford will hold, top of the arc. Stafford gets it back, will go to Ring. Ring nowhere to drive, gets to Stafford, cuts across top of the key, hands it off for Dudley. Dudley hands it back to Peyton at the point. Peyton for Stafford. Stafford driving, baseline, feeds it inside. That's going to be put up. Won't get it to fall as Davidson, but Davidson fouled in the process. That foul going against Jada Boyd. Boyd will pick up her first, team's 5th. And that will put Davidson at the line for the first time this evening. Davidson first shot up off the rim, no good. Coming into this game, Davidson shooting 42% from the line. Davidson second off the iron, no good. Rebound picked up by Dudley. Dudley and McDaniels get tied up for a jump ball. Possession will go with Livingston Central, but a heads-up play there by the freshman to get a hand on that and not give up easy, too.
Livingston had the inside position, and a great move by Morgan.
Livingston Central to inbound from the right baseline. Feed it inside to Peyton. Peyton surrounded, has that ball stripped, and a foul called. That foul going against Morgan McDaniels. McDaniels picking up a quick second, will be the team's 6th. And that will put Tabby Peyton at the line. Another substitution checking back, or checking into the game for the first time this evening, I should say. Gracie Downey. Lady Cardinals to inbound. They get it to Downey. Downey feeds it inside to Peyton. Turns, puts it up with the left hand. That one good. Lady Tigers still with a 1-point lead, 13-12, 3:26 to go in the first half. Jaggers to the point to Goffinette, over to Boyd. Boyd wanting to drive is going to be pushed away. Returns it to the point to Jaggers. Jaggers swings it left side for Goffinette. Goffinette on the left side to Boyd. Back to Goffinette. They'll play catch. Boyd now holds it at the point. Thinks about driving to Goffinette. Has a look. Deep two. That one no good. Peyton able to snag away the rebound. Peyton quick pass up to Ring. Ring able to corral that ball, then throws it cross court right into the hands of Hollowell. Lady Tigers quickly heading back the opposite direction. Jaggers to Boyd. Boyd shot from the top of the key, just shy. It's going to fall out and away for a Lady Cardinals possession. Substitution checking out of the game. Morgan McDaniels checking into the game for the first time this evening. Shelby Lane. Caldwell County with a 1-point lead, 13-12, 2:37 to go in this first half. Here at Cardinals Gym at Livingston Central High School. Livingston Central looking to take their second lead of the game with this possession. They'll hand it off to Ring. Ring hands to Peyton. Peyton zips a pass to Stafford, will return it, middle of the lane, up, rolls around the rim, no good, is able to get the rebound and the putback. And Tabby Peyton continuing to have a big first half for the Lady Cardinals. The reason why they're up by a point, 14-13, 2:04 left in the first half.
With all 14 points so far, Eric.
I believe so at this point. It's Tabby Peyton 14, Caldwell County 13. Steele coming the other way. Stafford, two-step into the lane, too strong. Contested rebound is going to be tipped away by Goffinette. So Lady Cardinals will be in possession of the ball. They'll inbound right in front of the Lady Tigers bench. The card's inbound to Peyton. Peyton will skip to Ring. Ring swings it over for Stafford. Stafford holds. Now they get it to Peyton. Peyton spinning in the lane, and a sea of blue goes up and is going to be fouled. They're going to get Shelby Lane for that one. And that will put Tabby Peyton at the line for 2. Peyton's first shot up and connects. Peyton, their leading scorer coming into this game, averaging an impressive 21.3 points a game, goes 2 for 2 from the line and gives the Lady Cardinals a 16-13 lead, a minute 35 left in the first half. Boyd to Jaggers. Jaggers into the corner for Lane. Look to work it around the horn, comes back to the left side, now in the left corner. Jaggers, cross-court pass to Goffinette on the right wing. Goffinette will dribble, hands it over for Jaggers, will get it returned. Now in the right corner for Hollowell. The point out to the left wing, 3 taken by Jaggers, and Jaggers able to connect from beyond the arc for the first time this night. A big-time shot near the end of the first half, knocks it up at 16 apiece, 58 seconds.
And maybe the lid has now come off for JC. She's had 2 or 3 shots almost in tonight. That one did get down.
Driving inside, shot's going to be put up off the mark. Lane with the rebound and a foul. Foul is going to go against Kara Davidson. Davidson will pick up her first, team's third. Lady Tigers will be in possession for the final 45.6 seconds of this first half. We'll say good pace to this game, but a fairly clean game for the most part.
Very, very few fouls.
Lady Tigers in possession. Comes cross-court pass to Jaggers. Jaggers at the left wing to Goffinette, swings it right side for Boyd, 29 seconds. Now left wing for Jaggers. Jaggers back to Boyd.
Take care of the ball.
Boyd will hold, 20 seconds. She hands over to Jaggers. Jaggers high on the left side, returns it back to the point to Boyd. Jaggers, they'll toss it back and forth. Boyd a little space to Jaggers, 3. This one off the mark. Goffinette with the rebound, feeds it inside. Shots put up by Jada Boyd. And in with the right hand. Last second heave by Tabby Peyton. This one just shy underneath the basket. And after 1/2 of play, it's Caldwell County 18, Livingston Central 16. We'll go ahead and take a 3-minute break and be back with your halftime stats and analysis. You've been listening to Lady Tigers basketball here on 103.3 FM, The Tigers.
Today with their immunizations and booster shot, the Community Medical Clinic would like to remind you that Kentucky now requires any child over 1 year of age going into daycare or school to receive the hepatitis A series. That's 2 doses recommended at 6 months apart. And also, don't forget, the meningitis vaccine needs to be received at age 16. So call the Community Medical Clinic today at 270-365-0227. They're here to make sure your child is protected and ready for school. Again, call 270-365-0227 today. Great news. Any size ice cold and refreshing soft drinks are still just $1 at McDonald's every day. That's the news. Now the weather. Soft drink lovers at McDonald's report enjoying ice cold deliciousness. Also reported, chance of refreshment, 100%. Get any size soft drink for just $1 only at McDonald's. A la carte only, limited time offer at participating McDonald's. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Caldwell Medical Center Sleep Lab offers diagnosis for a variety of sleep problems, including sleep apnea. 1 in every 5 Americans have significant sleep difficulties, which, when diagnosed properly, can be successfully treated. A few symptoms of sleep disorders include fatigue, morning headaches, impotence, frequent urination, irritability, memory loss, high blood pressure, and loud snoring. If you have some of these symptoms, we may be able to help you identify and treat them before they cause more serious health conditions. Caldwell Medical Center offers studies in lab and in your home depending on your insurance company's requirements. Call 270-365-0300 for more information.
Hi, Princeton. This is Jack from First Southern National Bank. I'm excited to share I'm moving my office to our Princeton branch. That means the next time you're looking for a loan, whether big or small, you've got another convenient First Southern location to choose from. Be sure to stop by to see us the next time you're in town. First Southern National Bank has 2 branches in Caldwell County, 1013 West Main and 101 West Washington Street. Visit us online at www.fsnb.net. First Southern National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, Federal Registry 409-424, NMLS 1628379.
Here's from Vinnie Riley Electric. Again this year at Vinnie Riley Electric will award 14 $1,000 scholarships to students in the Vinnie Riley Electric service area. Details and application forms are available now at each office of Vinnie Riley Electric, Hopkinsville, Elton, Russellville, and Cambridge. And you may also print details and application forms from our website at www.pracc.com. Applications must be postmarked by April 15th. Vinnie Riley Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative, investing in the future.
Porter Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Porter Gas is offering specials on propane. Porter Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Porter Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Porter Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
And welcome back to Livingston Central High School, where it is halftime. Lady Tigers holding on to an 18-16 lead after what was a little bit of a sluggish first quarter. Both teams getting going in the second, and really the big story of the first half, outside of the Lady Tigers with the lead, has been Tabby Payton for the Lady Cardinals. Just had a monster first half, and is really the big reason why Livingston Central still in this one.
And exactly right, Eric. All the Livingston points in the first half for Livingston coming from the production of Tabby Payton with 14. For the Lady Tigers, scoring load distributed pretty well. And one thing that we know we'll be able to get Bella McConnell back in. She had to leave the game early with 2 quick personal fouls. Leading scoring for the Tigers in the first half, Maja Hollowell with 3 2-point field goals, 1 out of 1 at the free throw line for her 7. 6 points for Jada Boyd on 3 field goals. She was 0 for 1 at the charity stripe. 3 points for J.C. Jaggers on a 3-pointer near the end of the first half. We hope the lid certainly comes off for her in the second half, and 2 points for Lucy Goffnet on a field goal. Total of 18 points for the Lady Tigers, total of 16 points for the Lady Cardinals. We were tied 6-6 after 1 quarter play, and in the second quarter, Caldwell County outscores Livingston Central 12-10 to take that 2-point lead here at halftime, 18-6. The Lady Tigers 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe in the first half, committing 7 fouls. 2 fouls on Morgan McDaniels, 2 on Bella McConnell. And Livingston Central 2 out of 4 from the charity stripe. They only committed 3 fouls in the first half. Livingston Central helping Caldwell County out with 8 turnovers. Lady Tigers taking care of the ball pretty well tonight. Only 3 turnovers. The Lady Tigers had a bunch of shots go up, and that's what we like to see. Is the more shots you put up, the more you're going to get chances for the balls to go in. So maybe we've got the rust lifted a little bit, and we can go from there.
And it really, if you're the Lady Tigers, the one question you've got to answer is Tabby Payton, as we mentioned, has all the points for Livingston Central. And so you've got to think if you can limit her, you can really limit the offensive production of this team.
And that's, I'm sure, being discussed in the locker room. The Lady Tigers now making their presence back on the floor. So
we talk a little bit about, we mentioned it briefly, this is the last regular season game for the Lady Tigers. Coming into this one, they're sitting at 13-12 on the regular season. I know it's always good to end the season on a win, and then you look forward a little bit, not to overlook the second half, but give you a little preview for next week. District tournament time starts, and always nice whenever you are the host for the 7th district tournament. the way that the seeding worked out on the girls' side of things, it was Hopkins County Central who got the #1 seed. Madisonville North was able to pick up the 2nd, Caldwell County with the 3rd, and Dawson Springs with the 4th. And so on February 19th, that's whenever Caldwell County will take on Madisonville North Hopkins. They'll play at 7:30 that evening, and that should be a really fun district tournament to watch.
It's going to be an interesting tournament, especially the ladies tournament, Eric. I don't think you can, I thought Dawson can play well on any given night, and Caldwell and Madisonville have, they've all split each other this year, so wide open for the ladies. I think Madisonville may be a little bit too strong for on the men's side, but you never know. Again, that any given night concept takes over.
And that's one of those on the girls' side of things. We've seen just about every team pull off a win against the other. And so, as you mentioned, on whatever night that you have, could determine who moves on. There's no real clear-cut favorite, and that one should be a really fun one to watch. We're about 2:20 away from the start of the second half. Both teams already back out warming up. And as we mentioned, just it will be interesting to see the adjustments made. Hopefully the lid coming off a little bit more for the Lady Tigers. You know, you always want to go into a tournament with a hot hand, and so as many shots as you can get up and get to drop just adds to the bonus for going into next week.
And we'll repeat for maybe the 5th, 6th times. We've had some good looks tonight. They've just not have gone in, and obviously, we're not going to be able to get Tabby Payton in foul trouble and get her out of the game. She has no fouls here at halftime, so we don't know whether the box and chaser on her.
Just an impressive player, but not often you have a high school player scores 1,000 points you hear here and there, but 2,000 points is very rare.
Especially for a lady.
Yes,
I mean, they just don't light it up like the men can sometimes.
And just a very impressive player. Her presence underneath the basket tonight has been phenomenal for the Lady Cardinals. And as we mentioned, the reason why the Lady Cardinals are now only trailed by 2 points is kind of a Caldwell County against Tabby Payton at this point. We're about 1:03 away from the start of the second half. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break, and then we'll come back and get you all set for the second half of play. You've been listening to the Lady Tigers halftime show here on 103.3 The Tiger.
This is Brad Harrelson, a financial advisor with Encompass Wealth Management. I've been partnered with the Woodall Insurance Agency for the past 13 years. In just the same way the Woodall Agency has worked hard to be your local insurance agent, I want to be the person you think of for your financial advice. So give me a call at 365-5541 or stop by our office in Princeton to discuss your financial future. You'll be glad you did.
And welcome back to the gymnasium here in Smithland, Livingston Central. Lady Tigers to inbound the ball to start the third quarter. Coming to the left to right on your radio. And we're about ready to have action underway. And for the call here in the third quarter, Tiger sportscaster Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Getting ready to get back in action. Lady Tigers will inbound across the court from us at midcourt. Lady Tigers holding on to an 18-16 lead to get this second half started. They'll look to extend on it with this possession. Off and that's to Jaggers. Jaggers back to the point to Boyd. To return it, looking to feed McConnell inside. Nothing there. This pass, somehow McConnell able to come away with it, but a foul called. Looks like that foul going against number 34, Peyton Dudley. Dudley will pick up her first, early team first. And that just a lot of strength by Bella on that one to be able to hold on to that ball with two players right on her back. Quick inbound pass. Looking to see.
I don't know what they've reversed and changed calls again. Turnover Lady Tigers.
I'm not sure. So they're going to say that ball going to Livingston Central. Just not a lot of confidence on the call. Almost a
you know what I call that, Eric?
It was stated.
Shaky officiating.
Lady Cardinals in possession, looking to tie it up or take the lead with this ball. Swing left side for Ring, into the left corner for Dudley. She'll return it to Stafford at the point. Stafford right wing for Tolly. Tolly's pass tipped, but picked up by Ring at the point. Tries to skip it back for Tolley. Just a miscommunication on that one as it skids out of bounds. Lady Tigers will be back in possession of the ball.
One turnover each team here at the start of the third quarter.
7:11 left in this third quarter. Lady Tigers back in possession of the ball. Ball in the hands of Goffinette. Goffinette on the right wing, into the corner to Hollowell. Hollowell spinning, feeds it inside to McConnell. Jumper, this one just shy. Ball loose underneath. Looks like we're going to have a jump ball, and that will head the other way for the Lady Cardinals. Both teams looking for their first points of the second half. 6:52 left in the third quarter. Stafford across midcourt to Ring. Ring driving, dancing into the lane, knifes her way through two defenders, no good. Peyton able to pick up the rebound. That one no good. Is going to come.
And Peyton got with a over the back foul on that, not called.
Ball came off of Jaggers. Will be in the hands of the Lady Cardinal. Shot's going to be put up by Ring, no good. Ball dancing around, still loose. McConnell in chase, going onto the floor. Athletic play by McConnell, who handed it off to Boyd, and a quick shot underneath the basket to Jaggers, who was able to convert. And
nice
that all
hustle
starts
by
with
Bella, just sheer hustle.
Right, that all starts with the effort and hustle by McConnell, and that's something that you like to see, especially with her being out in that first half. Lady Tigers with a 20-16 lead, 6:07 in the third. Get this ball to Stafford. Stafford hands it out to Tolley. Tolley gets away with a walk, dances on her feet. They're going to strip that ball away. Lady Tigers come the other way. Boyd two-step into the lane, has it stripped. We'll see who looks like it's going to go to Livingston Central. Just a couple head scratchers on that one. Substitution coming into the game will be Davidson. Davidson replacing Tolley. Livingston Central in possession of the ball, looking for their first points of this second half. Looks like the Lady Tigers coming out in this one, a box and a chaser on Peyton. Cross-court pass tipped by Goffinette. Goffinette trying to keep it alive. Ball went out of bounds, but a nice play to get up and get a hand on the pass.
Nice effort, and just a little bit too far. Tipped it a little bit too far for her to be able to run it down.
Lady Cardinals inbound. Stafford to bring it across the midcourt line. Into the corner for Ring, feed it inside for Peyton. Peyton backing along the baseline. Ball goes out of bounds. And will go out. Livingston Central will maintain possession of the ball. Ring looking to inbound, gets it into Stafford. Stafford will hold, feeds it inside to Dudley. Dudley skips it out to Ring, open look, a long two. And luckily for the Lady Tigers, got that foot just over the line. Now a 20-18 lead for Caldwell County. Here's Jaggers for three. Or no, they're going to say a long two as well. Will answer with one of her own, makes it a 22-18 game. 4:58 to go in the third. Ring to Stafford. Ball's fed inside. Bella. McConnell up, was able to take that pass away. Just a little close to the baseline when she came down, but another athletic play by the sophomore. And you really like her presence underneath that basket.
She has to be in there for us. That's long.
Three put up by Stafford, no good. Boyd trying to throw one up the court quickly. Stafford able to hold on, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession will go with Caldwell County. Goffinette to inbound, right in front of the broadcast table. Goffinette inbounds to Boyd. Boyd back to Goffinette, spots up for a three. This one off the mark. Ring able to come away with the defensive board. Come the other way, Peyton and the Lady Cardinals. Gets it inside, Davidson shot up, no good. Got a scrum for it underneath the basket, another jump ball. And this time it'll stay with the Lady Cardinals.
Sometimes I think there are fouls leading to the jump ball, and I thought that was the case right there, Eric.
Quick inbound from the Lady Cardinals to Stafford. Stafford cutting across the top of the key. Skip this pass to Davidson. They kick it out for a long two. Taken by Ring. Ring able to connect from the left side. Lady Tigers still at the 22-20 lead. 4:08 to go in the third quarter. Jaggers to Goffinette at the point. She'll return it. Now into the corner for Hollowell. Hollowell back to Jaggers. They'll swing it right side for Goffinette. Goffinette floated pass to the point. Feed it inside for McConnell. Pulls up middle of the lane and draws the foul. That foul going against Tabby Payton. Payton will pick up her first, team second, and that will send Bella McConnell to the line for the Lady Tigers. Coming into this game, McConnell shooting 51% as her first goes off the iron, no good. Lady Tigers overall this season shooting over 50% from the line. McConnell takes her second, connects, extends the lead to 23-20, 3:51 to go in the third. Stafford on the right wing into the right corner. They feed it inside to Dudley, and Dudley able to get the putback after the initial miss. Didn't have a lot of pressure on her, and now just a 1-point lead for the Lady Tigers. Jaggers get this ball to Goffinette, now to Boyd. Boyd is going to be stripped by Stafford. Stafford double team. McConnell able to come away with the ball on her knees, able to float it out to Boyd. Right side of the basket to Hollowell, and Hollowell from the right side of the lane, able to put it off the glass and in. And again, just the effort from Caldwell County on that one pays off.
And Maja really is an excellent player from the wing. She uses the backboard especially well. I feel great when she has it 3 or 4 feet out to the side of the basket, because she knows exactly where she's going with it.
And on the other side, had a turnover, then with a full timeout taken by Livingston Central. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and be back with the final 3:08 of the third quarter. You're listening to Lady Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
KFC's $10 chicken shares. They're perfect to share with those special people in your life. Choose from 6 pieces of my Kentucky Fried Chicken, 9 extra crispy tenders, 12 hot wings, or a bunch of popcorn nuggets. So grab your buddy, your cousin, your dad, your college roommate, or my friend Jones, and head to KFC. Are you there yet? Okay, good. Now get to sharing and eating. KFC's $10 chicken shares. It's free, like and good.
At participating KFC's only. Hot wings not available at all locations. Prices may vary. Tax and substitution, etc.
And welcome back to Livingston Central. 3 minutes, 8 seconds remaining to be played here in the third quarter. Caldwell County extending their 2-point lead at halftime to now 3-point lead, leading 25-22 over the Livingston Central Lady Cardinals. Again, play is picked up here in the third quarter. Defensive play by the Tigers is really aggressive, and a lot of effort being shown out here so far by the Lady Tigers, Eric.
We're back in action. Lady Tigers with a 25-22 lead. We'll look to extend it with this possession. Boyd to Jaggers on the left wing. Jaggers back to Boyd. Out of Hollowell right side. Try and feed it to the top of the key to McConnell. Ball is batted away. Hollowell able to corral. Left side for Jaggers. High arcing three, and Jaggers able to connect, starting to get hot, and that's what you want to see if you're the Lady Tigers.
Good ball movement that time.
Lady Tigers up 28-22, 2:37 left in the third quarter. Cross-court pass to Stafford on the right side. Stafford dribbling. There's a foul. That going against Goffinette. I don't think any malice in that one on the trip. Just a case of dribbling, came across her foot and went down. Goffinette going to be subbed out of the game, replaced by Morgan McDaniels. Good to see Stafford okay on that one. Looked like she took a little bit of a knock to the head as though tumbled down to the ground.
She went down quick and hard.
Lady Cards in possession. Stafford at the point. Stafford goes back to Ring. Ring dribbling right side. Will hand off to Dudley, now to Stafford. Stafford cuts across the key, left side of the lane, feeds it inside. Shot put up by Davidson, no good, but a foul. That foul going against 31 Jaggers. Jaggers will pick up her first, team second. Really a clean third quarter from both teams, and that will put Davidson at the line for 2. Davidson's first to 2, in and out, no good.
Walk out.
Davidson's struggles from the line continuing, 0 of 3.
0 for 3 tonight.
Davidson's second must have hurt us over here. That one will drop. Lady Tigers with a 28-23 lead, 2:05 left in the quarter. McConnell from the free throw line, jumper up, no good. Peyton able to snag the rebound. Quick ball up in a number situation for the Lady Cardinals. Underneath the basket, ball comes loose. Boyd able to pick it up and hands it to Hollowell. Hollowell picks up the pace, will hold up now to Boyd. Top of the key, dishes it back off to Hollowell, high left side. Hollowell sees a lane, drives, middle of the lane, off the glass and in. And Maja Hollowell having herself a fantastic night so far for the Lady Tigers.
Nice use of the glass from directly in front of the basket.
Has been making quite a few trips to the bank, and it's paid off. Lady Tigers now up 30-23, their largest lead of the game. 1:21 left to go in this third quarter. Here's Ring driving. It's going to be pushed away. Hands off to Stafford. Throws up a high arcing ball from 3, in and out. Jaggers able to snag away the board. Jaggers picking up the pace. Middle of the lane. 2-step right hand. Contact and makes it count. That foul going against 12. Haley Stafford, and that will put Jaggers at the line to make it a 3-point play. Jaggers coming into this game shooting 62% from the line, and is also the Lady Tigers' leading scorer on average on the season. Jaggers able to convert this one, makes it a 10-point lead, the largest lead for the Lady Tigers. 1:03 left in the quarter. Lady Cardinals have gone a little cold offensively in this third, looking to take it back to a single-digit Caldwell County lead. Ball inside middle of the lane. Ball comes loose. McConnell able to pick it up. I'll get it to Boyd. Boyd to McDaniels. Left side of the lane. Up. Some contact. Can't quite get it to drop. But Morgan McDaniels will go to the line to try and earn 2. That foul going against 12. Haley Stafford. Stafford will pick up her third. Puts her in a little bit of foul trouble here late in the third quarter.
And one thing Livingston's not doing, Eric, is getting back on defense. That was about the 5th or 6th run out here in the third quarter.
McDaniels from the line, first to 2. This one just shy off the left side. Substitution, Josie Tolley checking in. She will replace Lauren Rink.
And one thing Livingston's not doing is getting the ball outside to Tabby. They're trying to get her inside and give her the ball like she had it in the first half, but she hasn't touched the ball hardly any this half.
McDaniel's second shot up, no good, had a lane violation. And so we'll go for a Lady Cardinal ball. Caldwell County leading 33-23, 41.7 seconds left in this third quarter here at Livingston Central High School, Smithland, Kentucky. Stafford avoiding the walk, able to get it to Peyton. Peyton kicked it out to the right side. Shot was up, no good. And off the rebound, Davidson stepping on the line to give possession back to the Lady Tigers. This third quarter has been really a big quarter for Caldwell County. Have dominated it for the most part. Jaggers picking up a lot of speed, get it to McDaniels. Shot up by McDaniels, no good. So she'll return back to the line for 2. That foul going against Josie Tolley. Tolley gives Livingston Central their 5th team foul. Will pick up her 2nd personal. And McDaniels back at the line for another crack at 2. McDaniels surveys, ball's up. This one off the glass and the rim, no good. Get a word of encouragement from McConnell. McDaniels will step back up, take her 2nd. 0-3 on the night. Second from McDaniels will rattle off the side of the iron, no good. 18 seconds left, Livingston Central coming the other way. Stafford gets it into the corner, comes inside to Peyton. Peyton double teamed, will go up, will be fouled before she puts the basket in. That foul going against Bella McConnell. McConnell just at times during the game, you would think if there was no such thing as bad luck, she'd have no luck at all. Just picks up her third foul.
Well, and we're hearing behind us that we thought Peyton walked as well.
Shot put up by Stafford. Stafford able to convert from beyond the arc. Lady Tigers last second shot by Boyd just off the mark. And after 3 quarters of play, it's Caldwell County 33, Livingston Central 26. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and be back with your 4th quarter of action. You're listening to Lady Tigers basketball here on their hometown station, 103.3 FM, The Tiger.
Credit card fraud, Farmers Bank and Trust can help lessen your risk of getting taken advantage of. As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a Farmers Bank customer? Come down. Let us set up your account and start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
And welcome back here at Livingston Central High School. 4th and final quarter coming up here. The Lady Tigers leading after 3, 33-26, outscoring the Lady Cardinals 15-10 in the 3rd quarter. And J.C. Jaggers with 10 points in that quarter, accounting for 10 other 15 points. Maja Hollowell accounting for 4, and that was it. Actually, J.C. Bella McConnell with 1 point in that 3rd quarter. And ready for the start of the 4th quarter. Here is for the call is my broadcast buddy, Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Lady Tigers holding on to a 33-26 lead, looking to extend this one. Driving was Boyd. Boyd had her shot blocked by Peyton. Peyton able to pick up the rebound, and then they're going to say that Peyton fell, traveled. So the Lady Tigers back in possession of the ball. Off the net, high floated ball to Jaggers at the top of the key. They'll swing it out left side for Hollowell. Cross-court pass to Jaggers. Spots up, 3 ball, off the mark. Contested rebound, Peyton able to snag it away. Peyton out of the backcourt. Into the corner for Ring. Ring inside to Tolly, spins, and a jump ball. McConnell able to get a hand on it. Was scared for a minute there. They were going to get Bella for another foul. Instead, jump ball, Livingston Central will inbound. Quick inbound to Stafford for 3. This one off the mark. Boyd able to come away with it. Boyd picking up some speed to Goffinette. Skips it to McConnell. Right side of the lane, up off the bottom of the basket. Rebound will go up, draws the contact, and will go to the line for 2. That foul going against Lauren Ring. Ring will pick up her first, team 6. That really just a testament to Bella's strength underneath the basket. She's a battler. McConnell for 2, connects on her first. Substitution for Livingston Central. Davidson will check in. She'll replace Tolly. McConnell back for a second. This one off the side of the iron, no good. Hollowell ripping away the rebound. Shot was swatted away by Peyton.
Really nice effort by Maja there. Yes. Did not get out hustled at all on that play.
Again, just the work ethic.
Just sheer desire.
Has been fantastic. Goffinette high floated pass to Boyd was tipped. Boyd able to corral it. She kicks it off to Jaggers. Jaggers will hand off to Boyd. She'll back up to the point and reset. Boyd dribbling near right side. Gonna hang on to the ball, gets rid of it to Hollowell. Hollowell finding some space, cuts across the top of the key, hands over to Jaggers. Jaggers just underneath the right elbow, shot up, no good. Gonna be pulled away by Stafford. Hands to Peyton. Peyton on the right baseline, needs some help, finds it in Stafford. Open look for 3. This one's short off the front of the iron. Rebound by Boyd, and Boyd going to be hit with the travel. Just got put in an awkward position there. Wanted to avoid the contact with her teammates. Kind of had to carry that ball over the top of her head.
It was an excellent call.
Just an unlucky break. for the sophomore.
Only one of the 3 officials saw it, though.
True. Lady Cardinals inbound, 6:35 left in this ball game. Caldwell County holding on to a 34-26 lead. Stepping inside ring, has this ball stripped. Jaggers picking up speed, coast to coast, skips it off right side to Hollowell, and Hollowell again off the glass and in.
She's deadly on the side of the goal.
As you mentioned, just great form over on the side every time, very consistent. It's going to be a long 2 taken by Ring, no good. Ball saved, but Goffinette able to pick up the high pass. Boyd right side to Hollowell. Hollowell's jumper, no good. Contested rebound, tiptoeing on the baseline is Jaggers, and a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Thomas. That 30-second break, we'll go ahead and take a 30-second timeout ourselves. Be back with the final 5:55 of the ball game. You've been listening to Lady Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
Office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
And welcome back to the gym. Ball is inbounded. The scrum on the floor. Jump ball. I think Caldwell County will retain possession. And for the call, final 5 minutes, 53 seconds, my broadcast partner, Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Lady Tigers with the ball, looking to extend on a 10-point, 36-26 lead in the final 6 minutes of the game. Boyd hands off on the right wing, gets a nice feed back from Hollowell, and Boyd able to get the shooter's touch, gets the roll, and the Lady Tigers now extend to their largest lead of the game, up 12, 5:35 to go. Stafford feeding it inside to Ring, hands off to Davidson, right side. We'll get it to Dudley, who draws the foul and converts. So Dudley will go to the line for the and one. That foul going against 14, Maja Hollowell. Hollowell picking up her first, team's 4th. Shot put up by Dudley, no good. Boyd with the rebound. Boyd, long pass for Jaggers for 3, and J.C. Jaggers from the outside able to connect.
J.C. wide open on that nice pass. And
excellent look.
Excellent look.
Jaggers starting to heat up from beyond the arc. Dudley in some trouble, middle of the lane, able to kick it out to Ring, feeds it back inside for Peyton. Peyton surrounded in a sea of blue and using her ability to go up, draw the foul, and convert. So now Tabby Peyton will step back to the line to try and make it a 3-point play. Just really, I know we've said it before, just an impressive player. Uses that size to her advantage.
And Peyton's first basket here in the second half.
Was unable to convert on that free throw. Lady Tigers holding on to an 11-point lead. 4:53 left in the game. Hollowell, top of the key to Goffinette. She'll back it out to the point. Ball stripped. McConnell comes crashing in. McConnell hands it off. Shot. That one might have been tipped. And will go out for a Livingston Central ball. But again, Bella just everywhere on the floor.
That was a turnover that had happened until Bella decided to do something about it. Hustled after and got it.
One player you never have to worry about the effort level when she's out on the floor. Lady Tigers up 41-30, 4:32 to go. We're in this 4th quarter of this second region showdown. Ball's fed inside to Ring, bottom of the basket for Davidson. Ball rolls around the rim and out. Unlucky break for the Lady Cardinals. Jaggers able to come away with the defensive board. Jaggers going to slow it down at the point. Hands it off right side for Boyd. Floated pass was tipped away and picked up by Stafford. Stafford over to Ring. Ring wanting to drive, kicks it back out to Stafford. Left side for Tolley, had a look for three, opted out of it. Now they'll swing it around to the right side. Ball fed inside to Peyton. Peyton up and connects. They're going to count that basket. That foul going against McConnell. McConnell picking up her fourth foul. And that one looked from this vantage point that McConnell had her feet set.
I've seen that called 25 different times this year in favor of the defense.
And Peyton is able to convert. McConnell going to be checked out of the game, replaced by McDaniels. Lady Tigers still leading 41-33, 3:54 left in the game. Off the net, Holden floats it to Jaggers, who's able to get it out of the backcourt. Jaggers, two-step into the lane, up with the right hand and finishes. That foul going against Lauren Ring, 5. And that will put the Lady Tigers in the bonus. So Jaggers will step to the line for the 1-and-1. First free throw up, won't get this one to drop. Peyton able to get the rebound. Peyton to Ring, quickly up to Stafford in the front court. Stafford will hand back to Ring. Now to Tolley. Tolley long, too. Didn't really look comfortable taking that shot. It came off the iron. Jaggers able to rebound it and will head the other way. Jaggers to Boyd. Nice step into the lane. Right hand floater up and in. Lady Tigers back to a 10-point lead. 3:20 left in the game. Hand over to Ring. Ring back to Stafford. Stafford picked up quickly by Goffinette. High floated pass to Tolley. Tolley shot shy off the left side of the iron. Jaggers another board. Jaggers nice move behind the back, able to get around Ring. Now we'll swing it over to Boyd. Boyd will hold and is called for the travel.
Lady Tigers with 8 turnovers here in the second half. Livingston with 7.
Checking back into the game, Dudley for the Lady Cardinals and McConnell for the Lady Tigers. Ring to inbound from in front of the Lady Tigers bench. She'll get it to Stafford. Stafford holds, dribbles right side to Dudley in the corner. Now they'll swing it top of the key to Ring. Shot up, no good. Davidson shot blocked underneath the basket. Wildly thrown up by Peyton, no good. And the ball's going to skid out for a Caldwell County ball. Sounds like we're going to have a timeout called by Livingston Central. We'll be full. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and then be back for the final 2:38 of the fourth quarter. You're listening to Lady Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
Hey, this is Pam Havelock at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. We want to share the love with you. We are offering 15% off mattresses, 50% off all winter clothing, and Jake wanted to share the love too. So Cotton Cafe Dog Treats. 15% off through the month of February. Come to Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, where spreading the love is always our deal. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, located at 235 Northfield Drive, right by the bowling alley in Princeton. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique is everything a home should be.
And welcome back to the gymnasium. 2 minutes, 38 seconds remaining to be played here in the ball game. Lady Tigers holding a 10-point lead, 43-33 over the Lady Cardinals. Lady Tigers in possession of the basketball when we return after this timeout.
It should be an interesting final 2:38.
But you figure Livingston's going to press and probably send us to the free throw line. And here for the call, the final 2 minutes and 38 seconds is Tiger sportscaster Eric Jacobs.
Big spot back in action. Caldwell County holding on to a 10-point lead. 2:37 left to go in the game. Ball is handed off to Boyd. Boyd at the point. Going to hold. Quickly gets it to the left side for Jaggers. She'll drive baseline up with the left hand and in.
And that may have done it, Eric.
That's a nice basket. Quickly, Ring's going to drive baseline, gets it to Davidson. Davidson to Peyton. She'll turn and shoot, and Peyton is going to draw the foul. Peyton will step back to the line for two. That foul going against J.C. Jaggers. Jaggers will pick up her second, team 7th. Payton back at the line for 2. First to 2, nothing but net. Back for her second. This one up. Short, off the front of the iron, rebounded by Dudley. Lady Cardinals able to keep possession of the ball. They go into the corner for Davidson. Pass tipped. It's going to be knocked around out of bounds. Livingston Central will maintain possession. But good defense there from the Lady Tigers.
Payton with 6 points here in the second half, 22 for the game.
Substitution, Gracie Downey checking in. She will replace Davidson. For 2:05 left in the ball game, Caldwell County up 45-34. Livingston Central in possession. Stafford will hand off now inside to Payton. Payton up, no good. Dudley able to get the putback. Makes it a 45-36 game. Boyd quickly out of the backcourt, sees the lane and is going to take it, goes up, nearly gets the basket to drop. That will send Jada Boyd to the line. Take 2. That foul going against 12, Haley Stafford. Stafford's going to pick up her 4th, puts her at some perilous foul trouble, and sends Boyd to the line for 2. Boyd's first, shy, off the front of the iron. She's 0 of 2 from the line so far tonight. Another substitution. Davidson will check in for Dudley for the Lady Cardinals. Boyd missed her first, back for her second, able to convert on this one. We'll make it a 46-36 game, minute 47 left. There's Payton. Payton's going to kick it out for Stafford into the corner. Comes inside for Payton, throws it up off the side of the glass, is able to get her own rebound and convert. Now 46-38, Tiger lead. Boyd looking to drive, is going to back out, let some time bleed off the clock to be patient. Ball fed inside for Boyd, swatted away.
You know, we don't need any more offense right now, Eric. What we're going to do is protect the basketball. That was too risky a pass there.
Ball is tipped out. McDaniels now will inbound from the baseline. McDaniels tries to skip it inside. It's going to be kicked away by Downey. Lady Tigers retaining possession of the ball. Minute 24 left. McDaniels to inbound from the baseline. Got to get rid of it. And then and a timeout trying to be called by Coach Thomas, and neither official really paying attention or hearing it. And so Livingston Central will be in possession after that 5-second violation. There's a 3 put up by Stafford and a pure shot. That was a high arcing shot by Stafford. We've got a timeout taken by Livingston Central. 32nd, we'll go ahead and keep it here for the final minute 17. And just an unfortunate series of events there. Coach Thomas recognizing McDaniels in a little bit of trouble inbounding that ball, was hollering for the timeout. Neither official giving her the time of day and acknowledging it. So you turn around and on the other end have a 3-point hit by Stafford, makes it a 5-point game, and that makes things interesting.
It's brought the lead, the Lady Tiger lead down to 5 points, Eric, and that's getting a little too close for comfort. But the only way we should take a shot here on offense is if we have a wide open shot. We're not the team trailing here, so we don't have to force shots.
Lady Tigers will inbound from their own baseline. Livingston Central pressing heavily. Hollowell's got to get this ball in, is able to find Jaggers. Jaggers across midcourt. Going to be met quickly by Ring. Jaggers will hand it off to Boyd in minute 9. Boyd dribbles right side now to Hollowell. Hollowell will dribble it to the left, hands it off for Jaggers. Jaggers brings it near right side, steps into the lane, and now is going to be fouled. That foul going against 22, Gracie Downey. Will be Downey's first, team's 9th. And that will send Jaggers to the line.
It was a shooting foul, so she gets 2, and that was the Livingston Central's 10th. The next one will be a double shot bonus.
And if Jagger is able to convert her first, and if there's someone that Livingston Central does not want to foul to send to the line, it's J.C. Jaggers.
He has a pure shot.
Jaggers converted her first, back for her second. This one rattles around, no good. Peyton able to snag away the board, 53 seconds. Peyton across midcourt picking up some speed. Three put up by Stafford. This one high off the glass. They will be rebounded by the Lady Cardinals. Peyton able to get the putback. Quickly inbounded to Jaggers. Jaggers nice behind the back, is going to stall, and then it's fouled by Peyton. That foul going against Peyton will be her second, team's 10th, and so Jaggers will go back to the line.
Still a two-possession game for Livingston Central, Eric, so these are huge. These free throws obviously are all huge now.
And again, if you want someone at the line for Caldwell County, Jaggers, their most consistent free throw shooter, misses her first. Look to hit her second. Big time free throw. This one's up. Off the back of the iron, no good. Is able to be picked up by Livingston Central. Coming the other way, here's Stafford. Stafford hands off for Downey for three, off the mark. Boyd went up for it, was tipped away, and that comes off the hands of Peyton.
Good call.
And a nice break for the Lady Tigers. Was a contested ball, but Peyton ultimately able to get the hand on it. Ball inbound, we get it to Boyd. Boyd dribbling along the sidelines, going to be fouled. That foul going against Peyton. Peyton picking up her third. Jada Boyd guaranteed 2 shots, and as we mentioned first time, these 2 big free throws.
Still a two-possession game for the Lady Cardinals.
Boyd's first to 2. Nice shot up and in. Makes it a 48-43 game, 18.9 seconds. Boyd converted the first, back for a second. This one up and in. And
2 big free throws.
Huge free throws for the Lady Tigers. 17 seconds left in the game. Here's Peyton. Peyton's going to lose the ball. Comes out, they'll say last touch by the Lady Tigers. This is the time to be smart. No frivolous foul on this one. Ring to inbound to Stafford for 3. Stafford shot short. Peyton spins up off the glass, gets it to drop. Timeout taken, 6.6 seconds left. That's a full timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here.
And the lead for the Lady Tigers is 4. Still a two-possession game for the Lady Cardinals. Caldwell County inbound the ball, and you know we're going to get hacked right away.
And nothing ever completely done in high school sports, but you've got to think if you're the Lady Tigers, you get a quick inbound, you get fouled, take care of business, and ride this last game of the season out with a win.
It looks good right now, Eric, from where I sit. But you're right. You never say never, and you can't count your chickens until they're hatched.
Right, so it'll be an interesting final 6.6. The best thing possible is just hit 2 free throws and be done with it.
Exactly. And
you got to think off this inbound. You want to get that ball to Boyd with 2 nice free throws prior, but.
And what we want to do is make sure that this inbounds pass is not just thrown where they have a shot at it as well as we have a shot.
Hollowell working along the baseline, able to get it into Boyd. Boyd's going to be quickly fouled. Going to be fouled by Peyton. That will be her 4th foul. We'll put Boyd back at the line.
Yeah, that could be called intentional because it's exactly what it was.
Boyd at the line for 2. First shot. Can't get the bounce on that one. So all the Lady Tigers now go back into Livingston Central's front court. With 4.8 seconds, Boyd steps up to take her second. This one won't drop. 3 seconds. Peyton pulls up for a long 3. This one's short off the iron, and that is the way we will end it. Caldwell Caldwell County able to end the regular season with a win, 49-45 over Livingston Central. We'll go ahead and take a 3-minute break. Be back with your post-game stats, and chat with Coach Thomas, and get you all ready for the nightcap with the boys game. You've been listening to Lady Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
At Morgan's Funeral Home, we offer safe and secure funeral planning. At Morgan's Funeral Home, we're staffed with experienced funeral planners who know and understand the different methods of pre-funding final arrangements. We can help you design a plan that fits your individual needs and suits your wishes and beliefs. Morgan's Funeral Home, serving families for over 100 years. It's time once again to start planning your agricultural strategy and the form of financing your farming operation. Fredonia Valley Bank would like to help you with your planting and harvesting season this year by offering competitive rates on all your farming needs, whether it be an agricultural line of credit or an agricultural loan secured by farm real estate. Fredonia Valley Bank can help keep your worry to a minimum when it comes to farming expenses by instituting a repayment plan suitable to meet your needs. If you're wanting to see your farming operation grow and prosper this year, come by to see one of our experienced loan officers today. Fredonia Valley Bank loan officers are willing to sit down with you anytime and discuss the different options we have to offer. Visit Fredonia Valley Bank today at either location, 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, and 226 Commerce Street, Eddyville. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source. Tri-Keys in Princeton would like to give a big shout-out to one of our own, Jeff McDowell. Jeff has given Tri-Keys 34 years as one of our top service technicians, and General Motors thinks so also, as they selected Jeff in the top 20 service technicians out of over 7,000 in the Southeast region. We are so proud of you, Jeff. The extra time and dedication it takes to achieve this honor speaks volumes about him. Tri-Keys Incorporated offers top-notch service on all your GM and Chrysler vehicles by certified technicians Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Call 270-365-5522 for your appointment today. Tri-Keys Incorporated, Highway 91 North in Princeton.
You can always expect great things at Planters Bank. When we say expect great things, what we're really saying is Planters Bank is here to provide the financial services you need. Planters Bank believes in the strength of our community and is a full-service financial institution. Our employees have a true passion for helping our neighbors, and it shows. See Jake Pepper and the rest of the Planters Bank staff at 208 North Jefferson. Planters Bank, member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Do you have a child in school? Are they up to date with their immunizations and booster shot? The Community Medical Clinic would like to remind you that Kentucky now requires any child over 1 year of age going into daycare or school to receive the hepatitis A series. That's 2 doses recommended at 6 months apart. And also, don't forget, the meningitis vaccine needs to be received at age 16. So call the Community Medical Clinic today at 270-365-0227. They're here to make sure your child is protected and ready for school. Again, call 270-365-0227 today.
Great news. Any size ice cold and refreshing soft drinks are still just $1 at McDonald's every day. That's the news. Now the weather. Soft drink lovers at McDonald's report enjoying ice cold deliciousness. Also reported, chance of refreshment, 100%. Get any size soft drink for just $1 only at McDonald's. On a card only, limited time offer at participating McDonald's. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Welcome back to Livingston Central High School. It is post-game. Lady Tigers coming away with a 49-45 win. We're joined now by Coach Thomas. And, Coach, congratulations on a win in the regular season. And got to be nice to go into the district play on the right foot.
It really is. I think this is going to give us the momentum we need going into next week. And I'm excited about it. It's postseason time.
right.
If you don't win, you go home. So it's serious, and this is what you play for all year.
That's right. That's exactly what you play for. And one thing we noted in this game, it seemed like the effort level throughout the entire game, every one of them came out to play, and notably one that I know it would be no surprise to you to hear, Bella McConnell, just always battling.
You know, she's the toughest kid. She's probably the toughest kid I've ever coached in my 15 years. I appreciate what she gives us. It's hard. First of all, being her size to come in and battle, you know, she's our workhorse, and day in and day out, practice, game, it doesn't matter. She's always the same. She's our cornerstone, and I'm just proud of what she's given us this year.
And I know last night I had a little bit of difficulty getting the ball to find the bottom of the basket. Tonight really seemed like the lid came off for quite a few of the girls, and that's got to be something that you're happy to see going into postseason play.
You know, after shooting horrendously last night, the numbers were on our side. We started off, I got a little nervous because the way we started off the game, I thought, oh no, the lid's back on. But then we just worked through it and we fought through it. What we did differently tonight than last night is we were able to get some steals and get some easy baskets, uncontested layups, and we weren't able to get those last night, and that kind of got us going. It got us back into our rhythm, and we were able to settle down and just go play.
And so looking ahead, I know pretty quick turnaround. Got the win tonight, you got Saturday, Sunday, and then come Monday night, you got postseason play. So what are some things that you're looking for to continue that momentum into Monday night?
Well, we got to continue to play hard. We got to come out of the gates ripping and roaring and ready to play. I mean, it is postseason. You know, we have got to be on our toes from start to finish. We can't have any lapses. We can't have any mental lapses. We got to defend. We got to defend well. Madisonville is a good basketball team. We split with them this year. We know what they got. They know what we got. It's going to be a matter of heart and wills. And you know, in that matchup, I take this team any day because I've got some young kids, but man, they battle and they work hard and they play hard. So I know our effort's going to be there, and so we just got to continue. We just got to, you know, put the ball in the hole, and I think we'll be successful.
And that's how looking forward to that game and kind of hitting on being a young team. Finished the regular season 14-12. I know that the regular season record, it's nice to have a winning record, but at the end of the day, like you say, you play for postseason. But I think at 14-12, probably a lot better than what a lot of people from the outside looking in would probably have given this team, being as young as they are.
Yeah, you know, this team is young, but we're talented. Right. And I've known all along that we have had a lot of potential. Now, we've had times it's been a roller coaster year for us. We've been up and down and all around. And with youth, you're going to get that inconsistency. But this team has got a bright, bright future ahead. You know, if they stick together and they all keep playing, that's usually, you know, you never know who you're going to lose. I suspect that we won't lose any of these kids, but you never know about that kind of stuff. But if they'll stick together and stick with it, they have an opportunity to be really special, and I hope that they do.
And that's something that, especially, there's been some fantastic games through this regular season, and a lot of games that this team plays a lot older than they are.
Absolutely do. You know, and yeah, we're young, but those sophomores, especially Bella and Jada, they've got a lot of varsity minutes under their belt.
Yes.
You know, they played about every minute for us last year as freshmen, and so they're seasoned, even though they're only sophomores. So
right.
They've got a lot of varsity minutes, and you know, our freshman class is our biggest class, and some of those kids have gotten some big-time varsity minutes, especially with the kids that we've had out this year, with losing Peyton Young and losing Carson Parker to sickness this week has given them the experience going into next year and to finish out this year that I think is going to be very valuable to them in the future.
And that's kind of the last thing. I know Peyton Young out with that stress fracture, a big loss, but it's really seemed like initially that it's always hard to lose a player like that. Mm-hmm. But with this team, it's been really cool to see them come together to figure out that situation and really as just a unit as a whole be able to make up for that loss.
We really, really struggled when Peyton first went down because she was our leader. And she made sure everybody else was in check, and everyone respects Peyton, and losing her was a huge loss for this young team because we needed her guidance and her leadership. And just been having a coach out there on the floor. And slowly we've crept back and kind of found our way and reestablished our roles. And I feel like we're playing well. I feel really good about where our team is going into postseason play.
So, well, we look forward to bringing that action to everybody on Monday. It should be an exciting game. Always an intense rivalry anytime you're playing any team out of Hopkins County.
Absolutely.
And so we're looking forward to it, and we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys following us all over the place.
I thought it was fun to do.
It's been a rough week. We've been on the road. You know, this is one of our longest trips, and last night we were in Todd County, and you guys have been faithful. You followed us and supported us, and all the sponsors that are out there that make sure that our games get on the radio. No, we've got a lot of people, a lot of family members. I've got family members that are able to log on and watch and listen to our games, and that just really means a lot to me personally. And so I appreciate it, and I want to thank you guys for being so faithful to Lady Tiger basketball.
Well, thank you. We appreciate everything you do leading this team. I know you've been coaching a lot longer than I have, and a lot of times there's a lot of things go on behind the scenes that people don't see, and so we're very appreciative for everything you do as well.
Well, it's about these kids, and you know just as much as I do. It's about relationships with kids and seeing kids grow and develop and be better because of athletics. It's a really special place to be, and I never take my position for granted because it's a very valuable, and being a graduate of Cole County High School, I take a lot of pride in this program, and I'm proud of where we are, but I never take for granted my role and my responsibility to be a positive influence on these kids, and hopefully someday they'll be better because of their experiences.
For sure, and so like you say, we appreciate everything you do. Looking forward to an exciting week next week.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you. Joined by head coach Melissa Thomas, is talking about the end of a regular season, but not the end of a season in general. We still have postseason to play. The games that really matter, the winner go home ones, and with the way that our district is laid out, you go directly into a semifinal game, no matter if you're the first through fourth seed. And so that first game of district play really meaningful, because if you can get that win, then that punches your ticket for the regional tournament.
Well, it's the so-called second season, yes, Eric, and that's exactly what it is. Everybody starts off with a 0-0 record, and as they say, loser goes home, winner keeps playing, and it's good that the Lady Tigers will go into the district play on a high note, a win.
Yes.
And that, as we said earlier, that ladies district, 7th district, is wide open. So why not let's win? Yeah, why not let's win it?
Yes.
So interesting week coming up next week for both the men and the women.
Getting you all set, had senior night here at Livingston Central, the last home game of the season, always an emotional night for those involved. And so we're getting ready now, as we've got about 20 minutes on the clock. Boys will get warmed up, and we'll run you through the stats from this girls game. Okay,
in the girls game, in the second half, Cole County outscores Livingston Central in the third quarter 15-10. And in the fourth quarter, Livingston Central comes back and outscores the Lady Tigers 19-16, but still could not chop but 2 points off that 6-point halftime lead. So the Tigers getting key baskets, led tonight by J.C. Jaggers with 19 points, 3 coming in the first half, 16 in the second half. So when we needed her, she got hot and helped the Lady Tigers to this win. Also playing a marvelous game tonight was Maja Hollowell with 13 points, 7 in the first half, 6 in the second half, and really some key baskets down the stretch. And when, as we said, when Maja gets the ball on the side and has a shot, she's gonna nail it every time. Yes. She's somebody's teaching her geometry the right way. She knows exactly angles and how hard to shoot it. Just a great effort on her part tonight. 13 points from Jada Boyd, a real solid all-around floor game. 6 points first half, 7 points in the second half, and 2 points for Bella McConnell. But Bella didn't score much tonight, but her presence was a huge factor on the floor. A lot of hustle, a lot of steals, a lot of deflections, a lot of rebounds for her. 2 points for Bella, both coming at the free throw line, and 2 points for Lucy Goffinette on a field goal. So those for the Tigers, 49 points tonight. The Lady Tigers didn't shoot it that well from the charity stripe, only 8 out of 21 at the line. Big night for Tabby Payton, ending her regular high school season tonight with 28 points, 16 in the first half, 12 in the second half. 6 points for Haley Stafford, both coming in the second half, both on threes. 6 points for Peyton Dudley, hers coming in the second half when we shut down Peyton to start the third quarter and some of the fourth quarter. Those two ladies picked up the pace for Livingston Central. 4 points for Lauren Ring, those points coming also in the second half. So the first, Peyton didn't score in the third quarter, had to do all her work in the fourth quarter on missed shots, and where they finally could get the ball into her, or she took the ball inside, demanded the ball, got it, and was able to do her thing. But 45 points, not enough to get a victory for Livingston Central. Livingston goes 5 out of 11 from the free throw line, so a good win for the Lady Tigers, Eric.
Excellent way to win. It's always good, as we mentioned, the regular season. At the end of the day, you want a winning record. You want to win a lot of games. But when it's all said and done, the regular season is setting you up for postseason. And what a better way to go into it than to get a win, especially against a team that coming into this statistically very, very even. You come in, you put on a good performance, and that's something that you can ride going into the first round of district play. To give you a preview of what that district play will look like, all 4 of the women's teams will play on Monday night at the Cab at Caldwell County High School, hosting the boys and girls 7th district tournament. On Monday night at 6 p.m., it will be the first seed Hopkins County Central taking on the 4th seed Dawson Springs. And immediately following that, tip-off set at 7:30. Always with any game like this, especially tournament time, maybe 7:30, maybe closer to 7:45, depending on how the game goes. But Madisonville North Hopkins, the 2nd seed, will take on the 3rd seed Caldwell County. And as you've heard us mention time and time again, this district really wide open. Any team on any night able to get a win. Dawson Springs coming in as that 4th seed has shown that they have the ability to play games close. Actually got a win in the district. Madisonville, as we talked about with Coach Thomas, splitting with Caldwell County. Hopkins Central splitting with both as well. And so just a really, really wide open tournament. And as we mentioned, if it's going to be that close, then why not go ahead and take the initiative and go out and win it, especially on your home court.
Exactly. And, you know, a team like Dawson is just gritty enough to give Madisonville a little bit of fits. They started off in the All-A championship game with University Heights giving them fits, and they had 3 or 4 good shots that did not go down.
Yes.
Those shots go down early. It still, I mean, it doesn't change the game, but Dawson can get hot.
That team has potential, yes.
A lot of potential, and that same thing you just mentioned, girls play Monday night, the boys play Tuesday night, and we'll be there covering just the Caldwell County games both nights. We have the 2nd game, so we'll be on the air probably in the 7:15, 7:20, 7:25 area. Depends on when the first game ends, and we usually try to get on with 3-4 minutes before tip-off. So we invite you to join us Monday night if you can't be at the Cab for the ball games.
And like we said, it should be an exciting one. It's always nice whenever you get to host a district tournament at your home court, and so we really encourage everyone to come out, students, parents, fans, whoever, come out and make it an electric atmosphere. This is what you play for at the end of the season is postseason. And if you're going to have it at home, make it the best atmosphere you can. The Cab, the ability to get really, really loud in there. We've seen it rocking with big crowds this year. And that would be quite a way to welcome the girls and the guys onto the court both Monday and Tuesday night with a really loud crowd.
And the other thing that just came to mind, Eric, we might have 2 bands to contend with Tuesday night.
That's right.
For the boys, Monday night for the girls, because certainly one of these other 3 schools will bring some kind of a pep band, I would think.
And you've got to think that's fun. That's what high school basketball is all about. You get an electric atmosphere in there, get the crowd rocking, the stands rocking, it should be a really, really excellent time to be there. And so, as we mentioned, the Lady Tigers will wrap up their season, the regular season, we should say, at 14-12, and a mark that a lot of people, whenever you first look in, and the youth that this team had, 14 wins, really a very, very successful regular season for this group.
And the other thing that stands out just tremendously is that no seniors, and our one junior has been sidelined the last 5 or 6 games. So we're playing sophomores, freshmen, and 8th graders. And they're playing well.
And so we are excited to kind of wrap up for the girls' game. They do end on a 49-45 win. As we mentioned, their next game will be on Monday night at 7:30. They will take on Madisonville North Hopkins. We're going to go ahead and take a 3-minute break, get all of this wrapped up, and then we'll bring it back in and get you ready all set for the nightcap, which will feature the Caldwell County Tigers taking on the homestanding Livingston Central Cardinals. So we'll be gone for 3 minutes. We'll be back and get you ready for the boys' game. You've been listening to Lady Tigers basketball here on 103.3 FM, The Tiger.
Diagnosis for a variety of sleep problems, including sleep apnea. 1 in every 5 Americans have significant sleep difficulties, which, when diagnosed properly, can be successfully treated. A few symptoms of sleep disorders include fatigue, morning headaches, impotence, frequent urination, irritability, memory loss, high blood pressure, and loud snoring. If you have some of these symptoms, we may be able to help you identify and treat them before they cause more serious health conditions. Caldwell Medical Center offers studies in lab and in your home, depending on your insurance company's requirements. Call 270-365-0300 for more information.
Hey Princeton, this is Jack from First Southern National Bank. I'm excited to share I'm moving my office to our Princeton branch. That means the next time you're looking for a loan, whether big or small, you've got another convenient First Southern location to choose from. Be sure to stop by to see us the next time you're in town. First Southern National Bank has 2 branches in Caldwell County, 1013 West Main and 101 West Washington Street. Visit us online at www.ssnb.net. First Southern National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, Federal Registry 409-424, NMLS 1628379.
Great news from Vinnie Riley Electric. Again this year at Vinnie Riley Electric will award 14 $1,000 scholarships to students in the Vinnie Riley Electric service area. Details and application forms are available now at each office of Vinnie Riley Electric, Hopkinsville, Elton, Russellville, and Kansas. And you may also print details and application forms from our website at www.bracc.com. Applications must be postmarked by April 15th. Vinnie Riley Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative, investing in the future.
Porter Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Porter Gas is offering specials on propane. Porter Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Porter Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Porter Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
This is Brad Harrelson, a financial advisor with Encompass Wealth Management. I've been partnered with the Woodall Insurance Agency for the past 13 years. In just the same way the Woodall Agency has worked hard to be your local insurance agent, I want to be the person you think of for your financial advice. So give me a call at 365-5541 or stop by our office in Princeton to discuss your financial future. You'll be glad you did.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Sanders here to tell you about KFC's $10 chicken shivers. They're perfect to share with those special people in your life. Choose from 6 pieces of my Kentucky Fried Chicken, 9 extra crispy tenders, 12 hot wings, or a bunch of popcorn nuggets. So grab your buddy, your cousin, your dad, your comic roommate, or my friend Jones, and head to KFC. Are you there yet? Okay, good. Now get to sharing and eating. KFC's $10 chicken shivers. It's finger-licking good.
The participating KFC's only. Hot wings not available at all locations. Prices may vary. Types and substitutions accepted.
Have you been a victim of debit or credit card fraud? Farmers Bank and Trust can help lessen your risk of getting taken advantage of. As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a Farmers Bank customer? Come down. Let us set up your account and start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
So, this is Gloria Smith with the Law Office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
And welcome back to Livingston Central High School here in Smithland, Kentucky, where we are about 8:30 away from the second tip-off of the night, which will feature the varsity boys for both Caldwell County and Livingston Central. Caldwell County coming into this game sitting at 13-13 on the regular season, looking to do like the girls and end their season on a high note. The Cardinals, on the other hand, coming into this game sitting at 17-12, looking to do likewise. Both teams really wanting to end on that right foot. Give you a little bit of preview of this game. Both of these teams meeting earlier on in the season. That meeting coming during the All-A Classic, in which Caldwell County was knocked out of the semifinals by Livingston Central 55-70. Looking at that game, the big star for Caldwell County, who's really had himself a nice year, Darian Boyd. Boyd scoring 23 in that game, was the Tigers' leading scorer. Jameer Riley, the leading rebounder, with 11. And so both of those guys will look to repeat that with a little bit different of an outcome. On the other side of things, Livingston Central in that game led by 3 strong performances. Their leading scorer was Cameron Dean with 19 points, Seth Hosick with 18, and Cameron Head with 16. And so the Tigers will look to slow that offensive power that Livingston Central has shown that they can have. Livingston Central really this year a pretty good all-around team. We haven't got the chance to see them in action. But taking a look down their schedule, really some nice wins, even in that All-A, getting knocked out by University Heights 78-62, but all things considered, with University Heights, not a bad loss for the Cardinals.
The Cardinals have, when you look at the Cantrell ratings, 2 sets of ratings in Kentucky, the Cantrell ratings and the Litkenhouse ratings, I've been able to get my hands on the latest Cantrell ratings, and Livingston Central ranked probably about 5 to 6 points better than the Tigers. So the Tigers played these guys earlier in the All-A semifinal. They were beaten by about 12 points, did not play particularly well that night over in Crittenden County. So another chance for redemption with the season-ending game tonight. It'd be great for the Tigers to go out, the men go out like the ladies did on a winning note, Eric.
Would be a good one, and I know Caldwell County wanting to rebound after last night, a little bit sluggish of a performance, dropped 156-42 to Todd County Central, and so no time like the present to get things back on the right foot and to go into postseason with a little bit of motivation, a little bit of the word has escaped me that I'm looking for.
A little bit of momentum.
Momentum, that's it. That is it. Been a long week.
Yes. But no, and we're down here. We haven't said anything about the court, but there's a pretty decent crowd here tonight, certainly on the Livingston side. And we're on the Caldwell side down at floor level just beside the scorer's table and just really within 3 feet of the Livingston Central bench. So the atmosphere is pretty electric down here right now, and just to change where we were last year, we were in Todd County last night. The lighting was not very good where we were. They had the air conditioning on, and we actually got a little chilled in that place. Nobody was dressed properly. So hopefully nobody gets pneumonia or a bad cold out of that situation from last night. But Tigers have the ability to bounce back and to bounce back really well. So we're just hoping that this is going to be that particular night.
I'll say a little bit about the gym. It's my first time being at Livingston Central, and this gym really kind of a gym in the mineral sense that's hid in the middle of Smithland. Really nice facility in here. It's got a nice closed atmosphere to it. It gets loud, and really a fun place to watch a game.
It is a great place. The floor looks fine. As I say, the lighting is really well
really
in this place, and you can see what's going on. Nice looking everything about this place, and located deep in the heart of Smithland.
That's right. My first time also to Smithland, so expanding my Kentucky geography knowledge as well.
And you got to see, I'm sure, when you came into town, the Ohio River.
Oh, yes.
So a river town, as they say.
And so looking ahead, before we get this game started, we mentioned the girls' side of things in the district tournament. As far as next week goes for the guys' side of things on the district tournament, the guys will play on Tuesday with Madisonville, North Hopkins, and Dawson Springs playing the early game at 6 p.m. North coming in as the top seed in the 7th district, Dawson Springs as the 4th, and then your 2nd and 3rd seeds, Caldwell County and Hopkins County Central, who split the season, regular season games. And so a lot like the girls' side of things, the guys' tournament should be just as exciting.
Well, it will be. And one thing that we want to point out on the girls' side, hopefully by next Monday, Carson Parker will be over her illness, the flu, strep throat, and will be able to gain some strength Sunday and all day Monday and be in a position to give the Lady Tigers some depth. Lady Tigers playing somewhat shorthanded with Peyton Young having been declared out for the rest of the season with stress fracture in her lower leg, and of course that hurts, Peyton being her only junior. But tonight these young ladies rallied, a lot of leadership out on the floor. So, as I say, I think it's a wide open affair. I think we have as good a chance of winning it as anybody here.
And it'll be interesting as well on the guys' side of things. We talked about Madisonville, North Hopkins, probably the favorite going into it. A very skilled team, a very young team. But as we've seen with Caldwell County, the ability to hang with them, and especially whenever we were in Madisonville on the away game, had Caldwell County not gone down 19-2, that game could have been a much different outcome. And so it should be a really exciting postseason. And the way that you get that momentum going is with the big win tonight here in Smithland.
It's where it all starts. I don't say we have to win. I just think we have to play well and leave it all on the floor. Wins and losses usually take care of themselves. And Hopkins Central, really, as we say, the next season, next Tuesday night is the 2nd season. Everybody has a 0-0 record.
So it should be a fun one. We're about a minute away from tip-off. We'll get you ready for your starting lineups, get you all set up. Caldwell County finishing up their warm-ups, getting some last-second shots, and get you ready for what is always, anytime you play a regional game such as this against Livingston, whether it's Livingston, Christian County, Fort Campbell, whoever, anytime that you play a regional game, it just seems like there's a little bit more on the line.
It is, and this is an old 5th district rival, Livingston and Caldwell County, and somewhat still a rival, I guess, and if you want to still look at it that way, we still play each other twice a year, and we're just about 25 seconds away from the starting lineups.
Be interesting to see the 5. I believe the Tigers fully healthy, fully staffed tonight, which is something I know that I haven't had the luxury, especially this week. A lot of illness going around in the area. Flu season has taken its toll, and thankfully for both the Lady Tigers and Tigers, very minimal impact.
And we hope, now I knew Darian Boyd had been a little bit under the weather the last 3 days, so maybe He's turned the corner, greater than 50% improved from yesterday to today. So we'll just hope he is. He looked great coming out and warming up tonight. And we've got a little presentation at halftime, or excuse me, at half court.
I would like to mention Coach McNamara for the Livingston Central was actually named the second region coach of the year. And so congratulations to him and outstanding work that he does. Exactly. Anytime you're recognized by your peers, that's outstanding. Oh, it's outstanding, and especially we've seen them in action, and it seems like he does a very good job with this group of guys. And so our congratulations to Coach McNamara. Exactly. Crowd giving him a nice standing ovation. As we say, congratulations to him. Now we get all ready for our starting lineups.
And we're just about ready for lineups. And the visiting Caldwell County Tigers will be introduced first. Jameer Riley coming out first. And number 4, Darren Boyd coming out second. John Davis coming out. And Caden Fralix being introduced, number 22. And the 5th starter for the Tigers, number 32, Seth Scott. And for Livingston Central, number 1, Bailey Vaughn being introduced to the crowd. Number 4, Aaron Wooten being introduced. Number 20, Dylan Shearer coming out. Number 24, Braxton Bebout. I believe they're starting a lot of seniors tonight. Number 32 is Cameron Kitchens. And those are our starters tonight. Caldwell County already out on the floor. Livingston Central huddling right here in front of us. And they're just about ready to break the huddle. Move to center court for the opening tip. And for action here, to call it here in the first quarter, my broadcast partner, Tiger sportscaster Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Getting ready to get all set for the tip. It will be Boyd and Kitchens. Tip is up, won by the Tigers. Davis to bring it out of the backcourt. Davis coming out is going to be met by Wooten. Davis will hold dribbles at near right side. Davis inside to Seth Scott, top of the key. Gets it returned to him into the corner for Boyd. Boyd quickly to Davis. Davis cutting across the top of the key to Riley. Riley one-on-one, driving, no look, tries to get it to Fralix. And flips that ball to nowhere, just off the mark. Early turnover for the Tigers. Coming the other way are the Cardinals. Shearer to bring it out of the backcourt. Shearer one-on-one with Riley, skips it right side for Vaughn. Vaughn will back it to the point, gets it over to Kitchens. Kitchens back to Shearer, top of the key. Hands it to Vaughn at the point, Vaughn will reset. Vaughn hands off to Wooten. Wooten one-on-one with Boyd, gives it to Shearer, skips it out to Vaughn. Vaughn hands off to Kitchens, drives, tries to sling it across the middle of the lane. It's going to be picked up by Vaughn for 3, off the mark, contested rebound. Put back, not able to drop for Bebout. Coming the other way are the Tigers. Quick pass was tipped cross court by Kitchens. Kitchens, to his credit, nice hustle to get back in transition. Tigers will be in possession of the ball. Tigers 2 inbound from the baseline. Fralix looking for the open man, gets it to Riley. Riley to Boyd, jumper. Boyd, smooth shot, able to get the Tigers on the board first. They lead 2-0, 6:41 left in the first quarter. It's Kitchens, he's gonna back out, gets it to Shearer. Shearer dribbles to the point, met by Riley. Over to Kitchens, into the corner for Bebout. Bebout, middle of the lane, will drop this one out for Vaughn. Shot up, no good. Rebound, just a miscommunication between Riley and Frelick's. Ball comes off Frelick's leg and out for a Cardinal possession. A lot of intensity here early in this game.
A lot of action, and that ball missed everything, and it came off the backboard really hard and hit our feet and went out of bounds.
Kitchens to inbound, stolen by Boyd. Boyd on the fast break. He goes up, little contact, no call. He's able to convert. Tigers now lead 4-0, 6:14 to go in the first quarter. Here's Shear, he'll hand off for Vaughn. Vaughn to Wooten, Wooten driving right side of the lane, over the hand to Boyd, no good. Rebounded by Bebout, he'll go up. Is able to convert. Cuts the Tigers lead in half. Tigers up 4-2, 5:56 to go in the first quarter. Davis for Boyd. Boyd into the left corner for Riley. Riley will hold back to Boyd. Feed it inside to Scott. Scott post move, swimming, throws it up with the right hand, no good. Contested rebound snatched away by Vaughn. Vaughn, quick pass up the court, intercepted by Boyd. Boyd down low to Davis. Davis backing in, up, no good. Frelick's up, and he's going to be fouled by Dylan Shearer on the left side of the basket. Davis trying to be patient on the right side, had that ball just tipped slightly. Came to the hands of Frelick's, who was fouled. And now Caden Frelick's will step to the line for the first time tonight. Frelick's first shot converts. We mentioned that foul going against Shearer was his first, team's first. Frelick's at the line for the Tigers, 1-1. Make it 1-2. Seth Scott with the rebound, up with the right hand, no good. Underneath the basket, Bebo able to come away with the board. He'll hand off to Shearer out of the backcourt. Shearer trying to step around Riley. Kick it out to Wooten. He'll hand off to Shearer. He'll back up to the LC in the middle of the court. Shearer one-on-one, driving, left side of the lane, left hand, able to get it to roll. And Livingston Central now trails by 1, 5-4, 4:58 to go in the first quarter. Ball in the hands of Davis. He'll hand off for Boyd. Boyd one-on-one with Wooten, tosses it over to Frelick's left side. He'll dribble Central now to Riley. Riley, no look underneath the Scott, off the glass, no good. It's going to be picked up by Vaughn. Vaughn, left side for Kitchens, had an open shot, decided not to take it. Vaughn for three, pure shot, high arcing ball. And really a nice shot by Bailey Vaughn for three.
Nothing but net on that one.
Livingston Central take their first lead of the game, 7-5, 4:19 to go in the first quarter. Ball tossed to Riley, he's backed up at the point. Dribble left side, now over for Davis, high on the right. Davis to Frelick's into the left corner for Riley. Open look for a three, and Jameer Riley money. Makes it a 8-7 Tiger lead. 4 minutes left in the first. Shearer at the point. Shearer one-on-one with Riley. Looking to drive, is going to kick it out to Vaughn for three, and Vaughn on fire from beyond the arc for the Cardinals. Two pure shots from distance. Makes it a 10-8 Livingston Central lead. Tigers looking to respond on this possession. Frelick's feeds it to Boyd. Boyd, jumper, off the glass, no good. Going to be picked up by Shearer. Shearer out of the backcourt. Going to slow it down and hold. Shearer feeds it to Bebo. Pass going to be tipped high in the air. Riley going up for it, is able to corral it. Riley in transition, gets it into the corner for Frelick's. Three ball off the back of the iron. Davis with the rebound. Has that ball stripped. Chasing for it on the floor. And Davis and Bebout doing their best Cirque du Soleil in the middle of the court. Davis going to be called for the foul. Will be his first, team's first. 2 substitutions checking into the game, Bryce Stein, as well as Seth Hosick for Livingston Central. That one just a loose ball foul, both going for it. Davis was called, and now Livingston Central with possession, 2:59 to go in the first, up 10-8. Ball back out to Vaughn. Vaughn hands off for Shear at the point. Riley stepping out to him, Tigers in a man-to-man. Shear one-on-one with Cole Smiley now into the game. They feed it inside to Hosick. Shots up, no good. Riley with the board. Riley double team, splits 2 defenders. Pass is going to be tipped and corralled by Bebout. Handed out to Shear. Shear, left side, Darian Boyd. High fly and swats that away from Stein. And just an athletic block from the junior.
Soaring is the correct word. He was really in the air for about 15 feet. A nice broad jump to get to that height to knock it down.
Have a substitution, Riley checking out of the game. He's going to be replaced by Jamarius Blaine. And now looks like we're going to have an issue with the fan. We'll go ahead. So you got a little bit of an issue as this is taken care of. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and then be back with the final 2:28. You're listening to Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
Pam Havelock at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. We want to share the love with you. We are offering 15% off mattresses, 50% off all winter clothing, and Jake wanted to share the love too. Our Cotton Cafe dog treats. 15% off through the month of February. Come to Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, where spreading the love is always our deal. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, located at 235 Northfield Drive, right by the bowling alley in Princeton. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique is everything a home.
And welcome back to Livingston Central. Getting all ready to come back. Just a little issue from the stands. Seems like that's been resolved, and so we're ready to get back into action. Before that happened, the Tigers trailing 10-8 after some fantastic three-point shooting by Bailey Vaughn for the Cardinals.
2 threes have kept Livingston in this game.
And now we're back in action. A foul. Looks like that going against Cole Smiley. That will be Smiley's first, team's second. Quick inbound from the Cardinals and a quick 2 points by Cameron Dean. Tigers back in possession of the ball. I'll throw it inside to Boyd. Boyd's going to put it up and in. But Boyd will get a chance to go to the line to make it a 3-point play. That foul going against number 1, Bailey Vaughn. Vaughn picks up his first, team's second. Another substitution, Jameer Riley checking into the game for the Tigers. He'll replace John Davis. Boyd at the line, converts, makes it 3, and the Tigers now trail by 1, 12-11, 2:09 to go in this first quarter. Shear out of the backcourt for the Cardinals. Go left side for Vaughn. Vaughn met by Blaine. They'll hand off for Dean. Dean has the ball taken.
Foul on Cameron Dean.
It's going to be a foul on Cameron Dean. Boyd able to pick his pocket and take off in the other direction. That will be Dean's first, team's third. Tigers will inbound. We've got 1:51 left in this first quarter. Tigers trailing by 1. On the right wing for Fralix, he gets it to the point to Blaine. Blaine one-on-one with Shear, over to Smiley. Smiley into the corner for Fralix. Loose ball picked up by Boyd. The ball handling skill there to hold on. It off into the corner. 3 by Smiley, off the mark. Contested rebound. Shear tiptoeing along the sideline, able to keep possession. Now back to Shear. Shear at the point will swing it over far right side for Vaughn. Deep 3 by Vaughn. That one just off the mark, and Boyd able to corral the rebound. Heading the other way are the Tigers with some speed. They get it off to Riley. 3-ball. This one's short. Rebound, tip back out to Riley. He'll go up off the glass and converts. Athletic play.
That was tough.
Tough shot and an even better finish by Jameer.
Where was the foul call on that play?
Tigers leading now 13-12, 51 seconds. Cardinals will get it back to Shearer at the point. Shearer will call the offense. Riley will step up to meet him. Shearer working around a pick. He's going to drive, kicks it out for Vaughn for 3. Some contact, no call. Going to be picked up by Boyd. Boyd the other direction for Blaine. He'll drive, gets it to Riley. Top of the key, no look for Boyd. Open look for 3. Boyd leaves this one shy. Rebound picked up by Blaine. Blaine's going to be shoved and a foul will be called on the floor. That foul going against number 1, Bailey Vaughn. Vaughn will pick up his second, team's 4th. So we'll have a substitution checking into the game, Cameron Head. Head will step in and replace Shearer. Tigers to inbound, they get it to Boyd, 17 seconds. Boyd met quickly by Dean. Floated far side for Blaine, 11 seconds. Blaine holds, needs somewhere to go, pass is tipped. Boyd able to pick it up, 5 seconds. Boyd works around the screen, drives. Left side of the lane, up no good, but a foul called. That foul going against number 11, Seth Hosick. And that will send Boyd to the line for 2. Coming into this game, Boyd averaging an impressive 23.6 points. His first up and in. And from the line, he leads the team, shooting 84%. Boyd converts on his second, or convert on his first, now will convert on his second. Makes it a 15-12 game, 2 seconds, last second 3 taken, up no good. And after 1 quarter of play, it's Caldwell County 15, Livingston Central 12. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and be back with your second quarter of action. You're listening to Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
At Morgan Funeral Home, we offer safe and secure funeral planning. At Morgan's Funeral Home, we're staffed with experienced funeral planners who know and understand the different methods of pre-funding final arrangements. We can help you design a plan that fits your individual needs and suits your wishes and beliefs. Morgan's Funeral Home, serving families for over 100 years.
3-2. 3-2.
And welcome back here to Livingston Central. We're through 1 quarter of play here tonight at the Livingston Central Gym. Caldwell County leading 15-12. And pretty exciting, fast-paced game in the first quarter, Eric. Caldwell County, 2 turnovers, Livingston with only 1.
And a lot of action, a lot of back and forth, and looks like this is going to shape up to be a good ball game.
And Livingston will inbound the ball at center midcourt, and for the call here in the second quarter, Tiger sportscaster Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Livingston Central in possession. They trail 15-12. Ball's fed top of the key, shot by Dean, up no good. Rebound slapped away. He's going to be picked up by T-Roy Ringstaff. He'll get it out to Shearer. Shearer back at the point. Shearer looking to drive, dishes it off right side, driving baseline, shot up off the glass and good by Cameron Head. Cuts the Tiger lead to 1. 7:25 to go in the half. There's Davis. Pass going to be tipped into the backcourt. Blaine able to corral it. We'll bring it across midcourt, now gets it for Davis. Davis driving, he's going to lay it off for Fralix. Fralix to Davis. Drives baseline, tough shot. Rattles around, no good. It's going to be snagged by Livingston Central. Coming the other way is Head. Head hands it off for Ringstaff. Ringstaff, middle of the lane, has the ball stripped, picked up by the Tigers. And they'll lay it off for Blaine to take charge on this attack. There's Blaine at the point. Goes left wing for Davis. Davis back central for Fralix. Fralix feeds it left elbow for Riley. Driving, spinning, middle of the lane, jumper just shy. Fralix able to corral the rebound in a sea of white. Gets it to Riley, who cuts in as his shot blocked. And then rebounded by Dean. Coming the other way quickly, his head. Ball is saved by Ringstaff. Tigers were able to come away with it. Blaine goes coast to coast and is rejected by Cameron Dean. And a substitution, Blaine going to be checked off. Boyd will check in. We'll have a 30-second break. We'll keep you here for this one. That one just a little bit of a size differential.
Yes,
like the confidence by Blaine, but there's sometimes you got to realize you're not in the position to make that.
And sometimes if you have no other ability or no other decision to do but to shoot it, go ahead and shoot it. May have gotten a foul call on that, but they're letting them play from what I see down here on our end.
And I will.
And you know, we've had a couple what I call touch fouls on us out front here. So, but fast-paced game. One of the few timeouts we've had. Caldwell County will maintain possession of the basketball. 6 minutes and 11 seconds to go, and we'll inbound it at the baseline. And for the call, Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Tigers still maintaining a 15-14 lead. 6:06 to go in the half. There's Boyd, top of the key to Riley. Riley, one-on-one, jumper, rattles around, no good. On the ensuing rebound, foul's going to be called on Cole Smiley. Smiley will pick up his second, be the team's fifth. So we'll have a substitution. Smiley will take a seat, and East will replace him. Back in action, Livingston Central inbounds. Head brings it across midcourt. Head feeds it middle of the lane. It's going to go up by Hosick, no good. Tigers coming the other way. There's Boyd leading the attack. Livingston Central is now set up in a 2-3 zone. Boyd's pass going to be stolen by Shearer. Gets it to Head to Shearer baseline, feeds it to Hosick. Hosick unable to finish. A Ringstaff, my mistake, unable to finish with the left hand. Hosick able to get the rebound and fouled as he attempted the putback. That foul going against Jude East. His first, team's fifth, and that will put Seth Hosick at the line. Hosick's first off the side of the iron, no good. Coming into this game, Hosick shooting 63% from the line. Hosick's second connects, and we're all knotted up at 15 apiece. 5:27 to go in the first half. There's Boyd for the Tigers, high on the right side, gets it to Riley. Riley inside to East. East middle of the lane, kicks it out for Davis. Davis dribbles to the point, will feed it off for Riley into the corner for Fralix. Fralix returns back to Riley. Riley, no look, has that ball taken. And coming the other way, Shearer. Shearer to Head. Head wanted to drive the baseline, was pushed away. Head holds, gets it to Shearer. Working around a pick. Now we'll split two defenders. Feeds it to Dean. Dean unable to get the reverse. Hosick with the rebound up, no good. And gets it to Riley. Riley to Boyd. Middle of the lane. Boyd up, no good. Rebounded by Hosick. Cardinals bringing it the other direction. Ringstaff. The Hosick inside to Dean. Bumps Riley up, no good. Jameer Riley up, able to get the board. Coming the other direction, Jameer Riley. Riley holds high on the right, gets it to Boyd at the point. Boyd to Davis. Davis to Fralix, high, feeds it inside to East. East kicks it out to Riley to Boyd, jumper, right baseline, able to convert, and the Tigers now retake the lead up 17-15. 3:57 to go in the first half. Shearer will back out, call the offense. Tigers still in a man-to-man. Ball comes to Dean. Dean throws it inside. It's going to be picked up by Fralix. Handed off to East. East lays it off for Riley. Riley has that ball stripped. Coming the other direction, Dean. Dean to Shearer, back to Dean. Up off the glass and in. Cameron Dean knots it up at 17 apiece. 3:28 to go in the first half, and this really a back and forth ball game. Neither team able to really establish control to this point.
Caldwell County turning it over.
Coming in, Davis going to be called for the charge. I think that's the right call on that one. He extended that arm as he went to go in. Just unfortunate foul as Davis going to be checked out of the game, and he will be replaced by Trip Branch. Davis picking up his second. Believe, still say it's the fifth. I think that's off. We're 3 minutes and 5 seconds left in the first half. Ball's handed to Head. Head to Ringstaff. Ringstaff has this ball tipped. Boyd able to come up and grab it. Now Boyd going the other direction into the lane, fouled, and finishes. That foul going against number 32, Cameron Kitchens. Kitchens will pick up his first, team 6, and that will put Boyd at the line. Boyd able to convert, makes it 3. And Tigers now up with a 3-point lead, 20-17, 2:50 left. There's Head high on the right side of the arc, hands to Shearer. The Wave got a foul called. Looks like that's going to go against Jude East. East will pick up the Tigers' 6th foul of the game, will be his 2nd. Kitchens inbound from the baseline. Kitchens inbounds the Head, open look for 3. And Cameron Head able to convert. We're knotted back up at 20 apiece. Tigers looking to break the stalemate. 2:30 left in the first half. Ball's kicked out to Trip Branch for 3. Trip Branch answers. Big time shot from the freshman. Wide open and a pure shot from the corner.
Nice shot.
Driving his Head, kicks it out for Kitchens. Kitchens too strong. Jude East able to get the rebound. He'll hand over to Boyd. Boyd picking up ahead of steam. Tries to throw this one to Riley, just off the mark. That will be a turnover for the Tigers. Substitution.
Turnovers, Eric, the last few games, a lot of them are unforced.
That being another one.
Mm-hmm.
We have a timeout taken. A full timeout. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and be back for the final 2:05 in the first half. You're listening to Tigers basketball here on 103.3, The Tiger.
Operation. Fredonia Valley Bank would like to help you with your planting and harvesting season this year by offering competitive rates on all your farming needs, whether it be an agricultural line of credit or an agricultural loan secured by farm real estate. Fredonia Valley Bank can help keep your worry to a minimum when it comes to farming expenses by instituting a repayment plan suitable to meet your needs. If you're wanting to see your farming operation grow and prosper this year, come by to see one of our experienced loan officers today. Fredonia Valley Bank loan officers are willing to sit down with you anytime and discuss the different options we have to offer. Visit Fredonia Valley Bank today at either location, 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, and 226 Commerce Street, Eddyville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
And welcome back to Cardinal Gym here at Livingston Central High School. Tigers with a 2-point lead, 22-20, with 2:05 left as we come out of this full timeout.
And Livingston will inbound it and bring it. Livingston going from right side of your dial radio to the left. Here for the call, Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Livingston Central looking to knot this game back up. Ball comes to Kitchens inside. It's going to be put up and in by Bryce Stein. Stein brings the stalemate back, now 22 apiece. Fralix into the corner, get it to Riley, hop step middle of the lane, and Jameer Riley able to finish. Tigers retake the lead, now at 24-22. A minute 30 left in the second. Here's Shear driving. Kicks it out for Dean. Dean to head over to Kitchens. Kitchens back to Dean. Straightaway three. Off the back of the iron. Boyd high flying gets the board. Boyd coming the other direction will slow it down and back it out to the point. Minute 8. Feeds it to Riley. Top of the key. Kicks it out for Blaine. Blaine two-step. Right side of the lane up. No good. Trip Branch tenacity. Able to come away with a rebound but floats that ball out of his hand to Shearer. Shearer underneath the basket. Great defense there from Jameer Riley. As Kitchens is able to finish over Riley. But to Jameer's credit, a nice job in stopping what was almost a guaranteed 2. Tigers back in possession of the ball. Knotted up 24 apiece. Riley kicks it out to Fralix for 3. Caden Fralix, pure shot from beyond the arc. Tigers retake it 27-24. We're at 25 seconds left in the first half. It's been a fun first half so far to call. Ball comes out left side for Kitchens. Kitchens skips it high on the right side for Shear. Now straight away for Head. He'll get it to Dean. Dean for 3. Off the back of the iron. Shear able to snag it. Floated for Head. 3 seconds. Head kicks it out for Shear. Shear's 3 just off the mark. And after 1 half of play, Tigers will go in with the lead of 27-24. We'll go ahead and take a 3-minute break and be back with your halftime stats and analysis. You're listening to Tigers basketball. They're on 103.3 FM, The Tiger.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric plant board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric plant board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric plant board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
Tri-Cities in Princeton would like to give a big shout out to one of our own, Jess McDowell. Jess has given Tri-Cities 34 years as one of our top service technicians, and General Motors thinks so also as they selected Jess in the top 20 service technicians out of over 7,000 in the Southeast region. We're so proud of you, Jess. The extra time and dedication it takes to achieve this honor speaks volumes about him. Tri-Cities Incorporated offers top-notch service on all your GM and Chrysler vehicles by certified technicians, Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Call 270-365-5522 for your appointment today. Tri-Cities Incorporated, Highway 91 North in Princeton.
You can always expect great things at Planters Bank. When we say expect great things, what we're really saying is Planters Bank is here to provide the financial services you need. Planters Bank believes in the strength of our community and is a full-service financial institution. Our employees have a true passion for helping our neighbors, and it shows. See Jake Pepper and the rest of the Planters Bank staff at 208 North Jefferson. Planters Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Do you have a child in school? Are they up to date with their immunizations and booster shot? The Community Medical Clinic would like to remind you that Kentucky now requires any child over 1 year of age going into daycare or school to receive the hepatitis A series. That's 2 doses recommended at 6 months apart. Also, don't forget the meningitis vaccine needs to be received at age 16. So call the Community Medical Clinic today at 270-365-0227. They're here to make sure your child is protected and ready for school. Again, call 270-365-0227 today.
Great news. Any size ice cold and refreshing soft drinks are still just $1 at McDonald's every day. That's the news. Now the weather. Soft drink lovers at McDonald's report enjoying ice cold deliciousness. Also reported, chance of refreshment, 100%. Get any size soft drink for just $1 only at McDonald's. A la carte only, limited time offer at participating McDonald's. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Caldwell Medical Center Sleep Lab offers diagnosis for a variety of sleep problems, including sleep apnea. 1 in every 5 Americans have significant sleep difficulties, which, when diagnosed properly, can be successfully treated. A few symptoms of sleep disorders include fatigue, morning headaches, impotence, frequent urination, irritability, memory loss, high blood pressure, and loud snoring. If you have some of these symptoms, we may be able to help you identify and treat them before they cause more serious health conditions. Caldwell Medical Center offers studies in lab and in your home depending on your insurance company's requirements. Call 270-365-0300 for more information.
And welcome back to Livingston Central. Jim, we got 6 minutes remaining here at halftime. Caldwell County leading here at halftime, 27-24, outscoring the Livingston Central Cardinals 15-12 in the first quarter. Both teams putting up 12 points in the second quarter. Caldwell County retains and maintains that 3-point lead they had at the end of one. For the Tigers tonight, Darren Boyd with 14 points here in the first half on 5 field goals, 4 out of 4 from the free throw line, 7 points for Jameer Riley, 2 field goals, and 1 3-pointer for his 7. 4 points for Caden Fralix, a 3-pointer, and 1 out of 2 from the free throw line, and 2 points for Trent Branch on a field goal that we thought maybe was a 3, but they gave him a 2. Total of 27 points here for the Tigers at halftime. Tigers 5 out of 6 from the free throw line, and with 7 turnovers here in the first half. Livingston Central had Bailey Vaughn with 2 threes for a total of 6 points. Cameron Head with a 3 and a 2-pointer for 5 points. Dylan Shearer, a 2-point field goal for his only 2 of the first half. Cameron Dean, 4 points on 2 field goals. Bryce Stein, 2 points on a field goal. Braxton Bebelt, 2 points on a field goal. And Cameron Kitchens, 2 points on a field goal. And Seth Hosick, 1 point on 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. Livingston Central was 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe. They commit 6 fouls in the first half. The Tigers commit 6 also. Nobody on the Tigers in serious foul trouble. John Davis with 2, Jude East with 2, and Cole Smiley with 2 are the foul people for Caldwell County. Livingston Central with 4 turnovers in the first half. As we remarked during the second quarter, Eric, Caldwell had 7 turnovers, and I would imagine 4, maybe even 5 were unforced. They're just sloppy passes or lazy passes, and something that you can't have when you're trying, when both teams are equal. You can't lead that stat and expect to win.
And this has just been a really fun first half to watch. Both teams, you mentioned, going back and forth, shot for shot. You'll have a 3 on one end, a 3 on the other. Have a turnover on one end, that gets returned as well. And so it would be interesting to see what kind of adjustments are made. I know it's, especially in a game as tight as this one, you feel like every thing you try to change makes it a little more important rather than if you're down big or up big. And so it'll be interesting to see how these two coaches come out, the chess match, how it plays out for the second half.
It's a chess match. You're right. It's a game of tactics. Defense has been great on both ends. I think maybe Livingston's missed maybe more little wide open shots than we have, thank goodness. We've just got to take care of the basketball. I think that's I think we're all playing well, heads up, into the game, a lot of energy. We just got to take care of the basketball.
So it should be a fun second half. As we mentioned, this is the last regular season game for the Tigers. The Tigers currently sit at 500, so it would be always nice to end at 14-13 rather than 13-14, and so you've got a half left to play, and this is one of those situations you don't play again until Tuesday, so you really want to leave everything out on the court here in the second half.
It's like the one season is coming to an end tonight, and we know the other season starts Tuesday night, the second season. Everybody's record 0-0, as we pointed out 3 or 4 times tonight. So all we've got left is one half of play, and I would hope that the kids can determine to make themselves lay out, take care of the basketball, and just effort upon effort here in the second half.
Should be a fun one. We're about 1:40 from the start of the second half. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break, and then we'll bring it back in to get you all set for the second half of play. You've been listening to Caldwell County Tigers halftime show here on 103.3 The Tiger.
I'm excited to share I'm moving my office to our Princeton branch. That means next time you're looking for a loan, whether big or small, you've got another convenient First Southern location to choose from. Be sure to stop by to see us the next time you're in town. First Southern National Bank has 2 branches in Caldwell County, 1013 West Main and 101 West Washington Street. Visit us online at www.ssnd.net. First Southern National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, Federal Registry 409-424, NMLS 162-8379.
And welcome back here to Livingston Central. 45 seconds to go here at halftime before we resume action. Both teams are to their respective benches.
I'm looking for, I hope if the second half is at all as entertaining as the first one, we're in for a treat here in this last 16 minutes.
It is. It's been an exciting ball game, a game that you could easily watch and not get bored at all.
So it should be a fun one. Both teams wrapping down, and be really something that I'm looking for out of the Tigers. You want to continue to have that strong defense.
Exactly, and sometimes we're in the zone, sometimes man to man, but we cannot lose our man. And the Tigers will inbound. It's the start the third quarter. The Tigers moving from right to left on your radio dial. Darren Boyd to inbound, and for the call here in the third quarter, Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Tigers will start the second half with a 27-24 lead. They'll look to extend on that with this possession. Davis will hand off to Branch at the point. Branch's pass tipped, but Boyd able to corral it on the sideline. Comes into the corner for Fralix. Back out for Fralix for 3, and Caden Fralix starting off the second half with a bang. Nice shot from behind the arc. Makes it a 30-24 game. And that is the kind of start you want to see if you're the Tigers. Ringstaff feeds it inside. We're going to have a foul called. That foul going against one, Trip Branch. Branch will pick up his first foul, team's first. Livingston Central will inbound from the baseline. Ball floated into the corner. Now to Ringstaff, high on the left side, he'll hand to Shearer. Shearer dribbles right, feeds it right side of the lane, gets it back. Now they'll work it around the horn to the left side. Into the corner for Head. Head drives, middle of the lane to Hosick. Hosick off the mark, and a foul on Fralix.
Foul on Hosick.
Hosick against Fralix. Hosick going for the ball. I don't think any ill intent on that one. Just instead of the ball, got a hold of Caden. That will be his second, team's first. Tigers now in possession. Ball's kicked outside to Davis. Davis to the point to Fralix, top of the key to Riley. 2-step into the lane, up has a shot blocked. And we'll have a foul called. And that will send Jameer Riley to the line. That foul going against Hosick. Bob, that one really, from this vantage point, I thought Hosick got that one fairly cleanly.
Well, it must have been with the body because it looked like it was clean from where I saw it, too.
Riley's first shot up off the mark. We'll go back for his second. Riley will survey. Ball's up and in. Going to 31-24 lead. 6:45 to go in this third quarter. Here's Shearer.
Yeah, I think the Tigers now in a man-to-man.
Shearer skips it right side of the arc for Ringstaff. They'll swing
still
it
in their zone.
Left side for Dean. Dean to Shearer, cuts across the top of the key to Head. Head pulls up jumper. Right baseline, no good. Dean with the rebound. This one rattles in and out. Boyd able to snag the board. Boyd, head of steam. No look to Fralix. Frelick's up off the mark, tips this one out. Boyd with the jumper rattles around, no good. Davis underneath the basket, and a contested ball. That foul going against Dean.
Getting a little rough here.
A little chippy.
Yes.
Dean picks up his second, team's third. Tigers quick inbound. Riley at the point. Riley driving. Two-step feeds it to Frelick. That's off of his hand and out. Livingston Central will head the other way.
First turnover for the Tigers here in the third quarter.
Shearer to bring it over the LC logo. They'll hand to Dean. Dean met by Boyd. Now over to Shearer. Shearer working around a screen. I'll have a whistle and a foul.
On Jameer Riley.
That foul going against Riley will be his first, team's second. Livingston Central to inbound from the baseline. Shearer floats it for Dean. Dean high flying, couldn't finish it. Running for it in the corner. Ringstaff and Branch getting tied together, and they're going to get Trip Branch for the foul. Will be his second, team's third. That one kind of hard to see from our vantage point. As ball comes to Ringstaff in the corner. Ringstaff to Shearer. Shearer one-on-one. Gets it to the point, they swing it left side. Ball comes for Dean, now for Shearer, kicks it out to Dean. Cuts across, spins, middle of the lane, up and finishes over the hand of Boyd. Tigers leading 31-26, 5:11 to go in the third quarter. Boyd to Riley, top of the key, spins, middle of the lane, two-hander up and in. Nice athletic play by Riley in the middle of the paint, makes it a 33-26 Tiger lead. Head at the point is going to be met by Davis. Now double team, Boyd picks him up. Head's got to get around him, feeds it inside. Now to Shearer, out to Ringstaff. Ringstaff to Dean. Dean wants to drive, and we're going to have a foul. That foul going against John Davis. Davis will pick up his third, puts him in a bit of foul trouble. A couple substitutions being made. Kitchens and Bebout checking into the game. For the Cardinals, there's a three by Ringstaff, and Ringstaff able to connect, cuts the Tiger lead down to 33-29. 4:26 to go in this third quarter. Tigers in possession, get it to Davis in the left corner. Davis feeds it inside to Riley, kicks it out to Boyd, drives baseline, spins, middle of the lane, up off the back of the iron. Branch with the rebound and draws the foul on the putback. Trip Branch heading to the line for the Tigers. That foul going against 5, Cameron Head. Coming into this game. So his first free throw put up and in by Trip Branch. Branch shooting 61% on the year. And now we've got a little bit of an issue. Some issues between the players. Coach K unhappy about the no call.
Well, I didn't see what happened.
Apparently a little bit of, I don't know if there was contact or what that happened. Something we're going to have, the coach is pulling in, having a discussion in front of us, trying to figure out what's going on. No technicals handed out. I missed what happened.
I missed what happened as well, but Coach K was really animated and excited about what the official was about to do, and he was about to call a technical.
Next one put up and in by Branch. Coming the other way are the Cardinals. Tigers leading 35-29, and emotions running high here in the third quarter. Ball kicked out, three put up by Head, no good. Kitchens tipped it, goes up by Ringstaff, and he's fouled. That foul going against Jameer Riley. Riley will pick up his second. Will be the team's fifth, and that will send T-Roy Ringstaff to the line for the Cardinals. Ringstaff's first of two, rattles around the rim, no good. Ringstaff shooting 82%, so a rare miss for him on the season. Ringstaff missed his first, able to convert on his second. Tigers now with a 5-point, 35-30 lead, 3:54 to go in the third. Boyd to Fralix. Fralix into the corner for Blaine. Blaine gets it to Riley. Riley's pass tipped. Boyd trying to corral, unable to do so. Picked up by Shear. Shear to head into the corner for Kitchens. Down low, this one up and in by Braxton Bebout. Makes it a 35-32 Tiger lead, starting to be eroded away by the Cardinals. They'll look for some much-needed points on this possession. Ball to Boyd. Boyd out of Fralix, middle of the lane to Riley. Riley feeds it to Blaine. Blaine goes up, has his shot blocked. It's going to be picked up by Head. Head made quickly by Blaine, gets it to Shear. Shear feeding Ringstaff in the corner. Now they'll swing it out to Kitchens. Left side of the lane for Ringstaff. Middle of the lane, floats it up with the left hand, no good. Branch able to snag the board. Boyd content to slow it down. 2:46 left in this third quarter. Tigers still with the 3-point lead. Onto the right corner for Branch. 3-ball money. And a shot put up and in by Trip Branch. Big time three.
Now that one was
freshman.
definitely a three.
A pure shot and a timeout taken. That timeout, we'll go ahead and take a 30-second break, and then we'll be back for the final 2:39 of the third quarter. You're listening to Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tigers.
Again this year at Benny Ryle Electric will award 14 $1,000 scholarships to students in the Benny Ryle Electric service area. Details and application forms are available now at each office of Benny Ryle Electric, Hopkinsville, Elton, Russellville, and Gators. And you may also print details and application forms from our website at www.pracc.com. Applications must be postmarked by April 15th. Benny Ryle Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative, investing in the future.
And welcome back here to Livingston Central. 2 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Caldwell County out to a 6-point lead, leading 38-32. Tigers still at the bench. Now they're onto the floor. Livingston Central will inbound it and bring it the length of the court. And for the call here with the final 2:39 of the third quarter, Tigers sportscaster Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Livingston Central trailing 38-32. 2:37 to go in this third quarter. There's Shear, gets it to Ringstaff. They'll work it around the horn to Head. Head back to Kitchens. They bring it the other way for Ringstaff. Back to the point to Head. Now left side of the circle for Shear. He'll drive, step back jumper at the elbow. No good. Boyd able to corral the board. Quick pass up court to Riley. And Riley able to finish with the right hand. Extends the lead to 8. 2:08 left in the quarter. Coming the other way is Kitchens. Kitchens up and draws the contact from Jameer Riley.
And the foul is on Jameer Riley, his third.
Riley in a little bit of foul trouble, will be the team's 6th, and that will put Kitchens at the line. Kitchens, first up and in. Ringstaff checked out. Dean checked in. Kitchens converted his first, now back for his second. This one much like the first. And the Tigers now up 40-34. 2:03 to go in the third quarter. Boyd across midcourt gets it to Fralix. We give it to Blaine. Blaine inside to Riley. Ball's tipped away. Now comes for Shear. Shear up and converts. Tigers lead cut down to 4. 1:45 left. The Tigers still been able to maintain the lead, have have worked well in this third quarter, but allowing Livingston Central to creep ever closer to knotting it back up. Branch in the corner, going to dribble, feeds it underneath the basket to Blaine. Blaine skip pass to Riley, top of the key, out to Branch, thinks about a three, instead feeds it to Riley. Riley back to Blaine. He'll get pushed out. Right at midcourt as that ball stripped.
Double dribble.
Shearer feeds it back in, and now Shearer able to convert. Tigers lead eroded to 2, 40-38, a minute 3 left. There's Fralix, high on the left side now to Blaine. Blaine able to split 2 defenders in. He would have just went up strong, wanted to go with the underhand for the layup, had it blocked out of bounds. Looked like he was in a good position to finish just with a little floater. Tiger quick inbound to Davis, and Davis on the three is going to be fouled in the corner. So a break for the Tigers. Off of that Braxton Bebelt foul, will send John Davis to the line for 3. Davis first, up and in. He'll have 2 more. Davis second. Good, and now back for his third. Davis able to convert on his third. Tigers now up 42-38. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Head gets it over for Shearer. Shearer at the point into the corner for Head. He's met quickly by Davis. They'll return it to the point. 36 seconds. Shearer will hold, time bleeding off the clock. Now will drive, dishes it off into the corner. Head backs it up to the point, 26 seconds. Spinning, drives, hop step, bottom of the basket, up and in. Head cuts the deficit to 2. Tigers leading, 15 seconds left in the third. Boyd holds over to Davis, 10 seconds. Davis to Fralick, 7. Inside to Riley, middle of the lane, up and Jameer Riley. High flying, able to convert. 1 second, last second shot by Bebout. This one is going to be short. And after 3 quarters of play, it's Caldwell County 44, Livingston Central 40. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with your 4th quarter of action. You're listening to Tigers basketball here on WPKY.
And family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Porter Gas is offering specials on propane. Porter Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Porter Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Porter Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
And welcome back to Livingston Central. Through 3 quarters of play, the Tigers lead over Livingston Central 44-40, outscoring the Cardinals 17-16 in that third quarter. And Eric and I keep saying this is a real entertaining basketball game. Got a little bit of chippiness in that couple 45-second stretch there in the third quarter, but things settled down. Nothing got out of hand, but the officials were, we don't know what the situation was that got everybody excited, but Livingston Central will inbound the ball inside midcourt, and for the call here in the 4th quarter, Tiger sportscaster Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Tigers with a 4-point lead. 7:57 left in this last game of the regular season. Fully expect the intensity. It's been high throughout the entire game. Don't expect anything less than it to keep rising. Livingston in possession. They go into the corner to Dean. Dean's jumper from the baseline, no good. Smiley able to get the rebound. Smiley floats it over for Fralix. Fralix double teamed, has that ball tipped. Tigers have got to get it out of the backcourt quickly. Davis able to do it. Pass is tipped. Middle of the lane, Boyd able to convert, and Tigers barely escaping a 10-second violation on that one, turn it into 2 points.
And maybe got hacked out here too.
Quick ball movement by Livingston Central. Kitchens underneath the basket.
He was walking.
Double teamed and is going to be forced into a travel. So now Caldwell County with a 6-point lead, 7:09 left in the game, the opportunity to extend on this lead. Here's Davis out of the backcourt. Davis dribbles left, gets it into the corner to Smiley. Smiley had Bebout all over him. Boyd's pass going to be kicked around. We'll get the call. Tigers will maintain possession. 2 substitutions. Stevie Mayhew checking into the game for the first time tonight, along with Seth Hosick. Tigers will inbound from the baseline. Frelick's being checked out of the game and replaced by Branch. Here's Boyd spinning left hand, and athletic play by Darian Boyd makes it a 48-40 game, 6:39. Here come the Cardinals. Pass is able to be corralled on the right sideline. Now they'll float it around middle of the lane. Somehow was able to keep possession of it. Ball goes up, no good. Riley able to get the board. Riley slowing it down after he brings it across midcourt. Will now get it to Boyd. Boyd's going to be met quickly by Mayhew. Boyd, middle of the lane, up, athletic play. Able to get the bounce up and in. Tigers now with their biggest lead of the game, up 10, 50-40. 3 taken, and an answer on the other end by Cameron Dean. Dean cuts it to 7, 5:53 to go. Here's Riley, up, no good. Hosick with the board. Cross-court pass, up and in. And Mayhew able to get his first points of the game and some much-needed points for the Cardinals, who now trail by 5. Ball down low, inside to Riley, middle of the lane. Jameer Riley up and fouled. And so a little bit of a calming effect on the was a very
action fast
jump.
And furious.
Yes. That foul going against 20, Dylan Shearer. Shearer picks up his second, team 6th. Riley at the line for 2. Riley's first, short, off the front of the iron, no good. Substitution being made. Smiley will check out. Frelick will check in. Riley missed his first. Will look to make things right with his second. Shots up, in. Tigers with a 51-45 lead. 5:28 to go in the game. Shearer hands off for Dean. Dean to head, hand lays off to Shearer. Dribbles right side. Back to Dean, now to head, feeds it to Mayhew. Back, now the pass inside, picked off by Boyd. Boyd behind the back, draws some contact, up and in! And Darian Boyd, what a finish from the junior. Able to hang on to that ball, just way off balance, threw it up and able to get it to drop.
Acrobatic a move as you'll ever see.
Fantastic play from the junior. Makes it a 53-45 game, and the opportunity for one more. He's able to convert. Makes it 54-45, 5:05 left in the game. Cardinals in possession. To the point for Shearer. Into the corner for Mayhew. Mayhew for head. They'll rotate it right side for Shearer. Drives baseline, kicks it out for Dean. 3-ball off the mark. Branch able to rebound and tiptoe on the baseline. Boyd able to get past Dean, past Mayhew, middle of the lane, up and in, and a block called. And Darian Boyd will go back to the line for 2 more for the Tigers. That foul going against 11, Hosick. Hosick now in foul trouble with 4. And we're going to have a full timeout taken. With that timeout, we'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and be back for the final 4:37. You've been listening to Tigers basketball here on your hometown station, 103.3 WPKY.
advisor with Encompass Wealth Management. I've been partnered with the Woodall Insurance Agency for the past 13 years. In just the same way the Woodall Agency has worked hard to be your local insurance agent, I want to be the person you think of for your financial advice. So give me a call at 365-5541 or stop by our office in Princeton to discuss your financial future. You'll be glad you did.
Yeah, welcome back here to Livingston Central. Darian Boyd going to the free throw line when action resumes. The Tigers up 54-45. Be the one bonus for Darian. Livingston Central with 7 fouls here in the second half. Been a game of runs as we were talking off air. 4 points for Caldwell. Livingston would come back, get 5. We'd come back, get 4 or 5. So
it's been a
interesting
really
chess match
fun
going
game
on
to
here.
watch.
Yes, a fun game to call and watch. Players back on the floor, and for the call, here's my buddy, broadcast partner, Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Boyd at the line. His first of 2 is up and in. Extends the Tiger lead to 10. Opportunity to make it 11 with this next shot. With that one, the Tigers are up 11. 4:36 to go in the game. Cardinals looking for an answer. Kitchens in the corner to Shearer to Head. Head back to Shearer. They'll work it around the horn to the left side. Now back to the point to Head. Right side to Ringstaff. Ringstaff will lay it back off at the point. Now right side of the arc. Ball floated inside. Turn and shot by Dean. Well, that's one thing we haven't really hit on much, but Livingston, a little bit of an advantage size-wise.
Yes, and not expecting that until, I mean, that was a perfectly executed pass.
And that was, as you said, well executed. Tigers now lead 56-47. Ball inside to Riley. Riley up, has a shot blocked, gets the rebound, goes up and is fouled. That foul going against 32, Cameron Kitchens. Kitchens will pick up his second, team's 9th. And that will send Jameer Riley to the line for 2. Riley going through bouts of hot and cold from the line. His first of 2, rattles in and out. He will have the opportunity to step back up for a second. One thing, the Tigers really a good free throw shooting team, shooting 69% on the season. It's Riley's second out, but Freliks with the rebound. Freliks goes up off the glass and converts it. And a big-time basket. With that, we will have a timeout forced. That will be a full timeout. We'll take a 30-second break and be back for the final 3:43. You're listening to Tigers basketball here on your hometown station, 103.3 FM, The Tiger.
KFC's $10 chicken shivers. They're perfect to share with those special people in your life. Choose from 6 pieces of my Kentucky Fried Chicken, 9 extra crispy tenders, 12 hot wings, or a bunch of popcorn nuggets. So grab your buddy, your cousin, your dad, your college roommate, or my friend John, and head to KFC. Are you there yet? Okay, good. Now get to sharing and eating. KFC's $10 chicken shares. It's bang right and good.
And participating KFC's only. Hot wings not available at all locations. Thank you, there.
And welcome back to Livingston Central. 3:43 to go in the ball game, and I believe maybe 11 points our biggest lead of the night, Eric.
I believe so. I think we've been up by 10.
Up to 10 on 2 or 3 occasions. I don't believe so either. And really nice, strong rebound by Caden Freliks, and able to somehow muscle it back up high off the board down into the hoop. Players back onto the floor. Livingston will inbound and bring the length of the court. And here the call for the final 3:43 is my partner, Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Tigers 11-point lead, 3:40. Looking to end the regular season on a high note and end one game over 500. Ball down low is going to be tapped away. Livingston Central will maintain possession, but a good defensive stand there by the Tigers. Cardinals to inbound. Kitchens gets it inside to Ringstaff, and Ringstaff going to absorb some contact and goes down. That foul will go against, I believe it will be Jameer Riley.
Yeah.
Riley will pick up his 4th, so he's in some foul trouble. And that will send Ringstaff to the line for 2.
Ringstaff 1 out of 2 at the line so far tonight.
Ringstaff's first of 2, converts. Tigers now with the 10-point lead. This is always important to hit free throws, but especially at this point in the game, free throws ever important. Ringstaff second, goes 2 for 2 on this attempt. Back down to a single-digit lead for the Tigers. They're up 58-49, 3:30 to go. Central coming out in a press. Tigers able to break it and get across midcourt. Boyd in the corner to Fralix. Fralix dishes it out for Davis for Boyd. He'll drive, hop step into the lane. A lot of contact. No call. He goes up, no good, and here come the Cardinals the other way. Head dribbles it into the left corner. Now to Shearer. Shearer spins. Open look for Head for 3, and Head converts. Bob, we got a ball game again.
That's another 5-point run for Livingston.
Tigers still lead 58-52, 2:49. Boyd able to break the press and get across midcourt. Boyd floats it to Davis. Davis to Riley, top of the key, middle of the lane, little out of control, is able to get it off to Fralix, who drives. Riley has the ball stripped, and coming the other way is Shearer. Shearer up, this one able to get the roll. And now Tigers lead cut to 4, 2:20 left in the ball game. Intensity picking up here in Smithwood. Davis's pass kicked away by Shearer. And this kind of game going to get your adrenaline flowing. I don't know what will. Boyd to inbound in front of the broadcast table. Gets it to Davis. Davis out of the backcourt. Go to Branch. Branch returns it to Davis. Davis holds to Branch on the right wing. Branch driving, gets it to Riley. Riley middle of the lane up. Bouncing around the rim, it won't fall. And Ringstaff able to get the rebound. Cardinals coming out of the backcourt, 1:52, 3 put up, rattles around, no good. Branch, big time rebound. Gets it to Boyd into the lane, and Boyd's going to be fouled. Oh, they'll wave the basket off. And that foul going against 20, Shearer. Shearer picks up his 3rd. And Darian Boyd will step to the line for 2 for the Tigers, who are now in the double bonus.
And he's the man you want at the line in case we have to shoot free throws.
So just an impressive stat, 84% on the season, his first in. So he's now 150 made out of 176 attempts.
Amazing.
That's phenomenal.
That could, I don't know where that leads the state, but it's close.
That is phenomenal. Boyd hits his first, his second does the same. Big time free throw shooting. Tigers up 6, 1:40 left in the game.
What we need is a stop.
Ball comes to Ringstaff. Ringstaff hands off for Shearer. Shearer met by Branch. Shearer cuts across top of the key, gets it to Head. Head's gonna drive. Middle of the lane, kicks it out for 3 from Vaughn, off the mark, rebounded by the Tigers. Boyd double teamed and then fouled. And that will send Boyd to the line to take 2 with the double bonus.
Who was a foul on? 20.
A foul going against 23, Cameron Dean. Dean picking up his 3rd. And Boyd going back to the line. Tigers in the double bonus. Boyd converts on his first. Now back for his second. This one up. gets the shooter's touch, climbs over the rim and in. We'll have a 30-second timeout taken. We'll keep it here for this 30-second with a minute 20. And Bob, free throws, we talked about the importance of free throws. 4 points for Boyd and is able to convert every single one.
Darren is 11 for 11 tonight at the line and has 29 points on the evening so far.
And looking at the free throw leaders, Boyd is cracking the top 20 with 84%, tied with a slew of other players across the state. Really impressive at the top. Zion Harmon.
He may have the most made free throws. He gets 10, 11, 12 free throws a game.
I'll give you an impressive one here. From Adair County, Zion Harmon leads the state, 191 made for 91%.
And he's a freshman. He's a freshman.
That's impressive. Back in action here, Cardinals with the ball. A minute 15 left in the game. They trail 62-54. Shot put up, tip, no good. Contested rebound. Shot up and in by Cameron Head, and Head a big time and one.
And foul going to go against Darren Boyd.
So that will put Head at the line. Head, impressive on the season, has made 63 of 81 for 77%. Has the opportunity for an and one play here. Shots up, rattles around and in. We'll have a full timeout taken by Livingston Central. And with that full timeout, we'll go ahead and take a 30-second break as well. You've been listening to Tigers basketball here on your hometown station, 103.3 The Tiger.
Farmers Bank and Trust can help lessen your risk of getting taken advantage of. As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a Farmers Bank customer? Come down. Let us set up your account and start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
And welcome back here to Livingston Central. 1 minute, 6 seconds remaining in the ball game. Caldwell County will inbound the ball when action returns, holding a 5-point lead over the Cardinals. And for sure, now we want to protect the ball. Eric, Caldwell County will probably be under some pressure bringing it up the floor. We'll have to bring it the length of the court, and for the call, Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Tigers inbound. Get it to Fralix. Fralix to Davis, looking to break the press to Branch. Branch able to float it to Boyd. Boyd going to dribble through two defenders. Will take his time, and now a foul. That foul going against Stevie Mayhew. Mayhew.
He's not the player you want to foul if you're Livingston Central.
Mayhew will pick up his first foul. Boyd back at the line for two. Hits his first. Two substitutions checking into the game. Bailey Vaughn and T-Roy Ringstaff. They'll replace Mayhew and Bebout for the Cardinals. Boyd back, hit his first. Can't get the second to drop. Tigers lead 63-57, 49 seconds. Three taken from Head, off the mark. Put back, no good. Riley able to chase it down into the corner. And a foul from Shearer. That foul going against Shearer, and will send Riley to the line. So Riley will go to the line for two. Big time free throws here for the junior.
Need to make them.
Riley's first of two, in.
How many free throws have they shot?
Riley for his second, converts that one, and two big time from the junior, makes it a 65-57 Tiger lead. Cardinals on the attack. Here's Head. Hands off for Shearer. Step back. 3. Count it. Shearer answers with the 3 of his own. Makes it a 5-point deficit. We're going to have a full timeout taken, and we'll go ahead and take one more 30-second break. You've been listening to Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
Law Office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
And we're back here at Livingston Central, 34.7 seconds remaining. Caldwell County holding a 5-point lead. Tigers to inbound the ball when play resumes. Tigers now breaking their huddle. And it's at least a 2-possession game for Livingston.
You've got to think, you want the ball to get into the hands of Boyd.
Yes. And
Boyd's going to be double teamed to start. They feed it inside to him. He'll hold. 32 seconds. Boyd to Davis. Davis will drive and a foul. That foul going against 23, Cameron Dean. Dean picks up his 4th. And will send Davis to the line for 2. Davis able to convert his first of 2. Vaughn and Ringstaff checking back into the game for the Cardinals. Davis shooting 58% on the season. Just hit one big one. This one comes off the back of the iron, no good. 26 seconds. Shearer the other way, 2-step into the lane. Shearer misses. Boyd able to get the rebound, and Boyd coming the other direction, and Davis up, and John Davis able to convert, and that's got to about do it.
That probably.
And now a steal by Boyd. Boyd through the lane up with the left hand, and that one will seal it. Tigers with a 10-point lead. 3 seconds to time expires, and Caldwell County will end the regular season on a high note, a 70-60 victory over the Livingston Central Cardinals. We'll go ahead and take a 3-minute break and be back with your post-game stats, a word with Coach K, and get you all set for a little preview of the postseason. You've been listening to Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
Hey, this is Pam Havelock at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. We want to share the love with you. We are offering 15% off mattresses, 50% off all winter clothing, and Jake wanted to share the love too. Our Cotton Cafe dog treats will be 15% off this month of February. Come to Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, where spreading the love is always our deal. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, located at 235 Northfield Drive, right by the bowling alley in Princeton. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique is everything a home should be.
At Morgan's Funeral Home, we offer safe and secure funeral planning. At Morgan's Funeral Home, we're staffed with experienced funeral planners who know and understand the different methods of pre-funding final arrangements. We can help you design a plan that fits your individual needs and suits your wishes and beliefs. Morgan's Funeral Home, serving families for over 100 years. It's time once again to start planning your agricultural strategy in the form of financing your farming operation. Fredonia Valley Bank would like to help you with your planting and harvesting season this year by offering competitive rates on all your farming needs, whether it be an agricultural line of credit or an agricultural loan secured by farm real estate. Fredonia Valley Bank can help keep your worry to a minimum when it comes to farming expenses by instituting a repayment plan suitable to meet your needs. If you're wanting to see your farming operation grow and prosper this year, come by to see one of our experienced loan officers today. Fredonia Valley Bank loan officers are willing to sit down with you anytime and discuss the different options we have to offer. Visit Fredonia Valley Bank today at either location, 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, and 226 Commerce Street, Eddyville. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
Tri-Keys in Princeton would like to give a big shout out to one of our own, Jeff McDowell. Jeff has given Tri-Keys 34 years as one of our top service technicians, and General Motors thinks so also, as they selected Jeff in the top 20 service technicians out of over 7,000 in the Southeast region. We are so proud of you, Jeff. The extra time and dedication it takes to achieve this honor speaks volumes about him. Tri-Keys Incorporated offers top-notch service on all your GM and Chrysler vehicles by certified technicians, Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Call 270-365-5522 for your appointment today. Tri-Keys Incorporated, Highway 91 North in Princeton.
You can always expect great things at Planters Bank. When we say expect great things, what we're really saying is Planters Bank is here to provide the financial services you need. Planters Bank believes in the strength of our community and is a full-service financial institution. Our employees have a true passion for helping our neighbors, and it shows. DJ Pepper and the rest of the Planters Bank staff at 208 North Jefferson. Planters Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
And welcome back to Livingston Central High School, where it is post-game time. Tigers follow the same lead as the Lady Tigers and get the complete sweep with a 70-60 victory over Livingston Central. What was a very exciting game to watch, a lot of back-and-forth action, a game of runs. But when it's all said and done, the Tigers able to get the last of it in the last minute of the game with a big-time win. And with that win, the Tigers will improve to 14-13, finish over 500 on the season. And we are joined now by Coach K. Get his take on the game. Coach, thanks for joining us, and congratulations. That's got to be a fun way to end the season.
It was a fun way to end the season. Those guys played really well against us during the All-A, and we didn't want to get away from us there. So we had a little a chip on our shoulder from that, and our guys came out early on, did some good things. And what I was most proud of is I knew Coach McNamara, there's a reason why he's was voted the Coach of the Year, because his guys never quit, and he knows what he's doing. And I knew that when we were up 11, the game was far from over. They got it down to 4, I think, at 4. But our guys kept our composure. And we found a way to get a win.
And it's got to be nice as well. I know last night I didn't get the opportunity to see the game. Didn't quite go the way that we would want it to, but to be able to rebound off of a game, after a game like last night, one slips away, and then to come out and have this kind of performance, that's got to be encouraging going into postseason.
It is. It's always nice to go into the postseason with a win. And playing well. We got contributions from a lot of guys tonight. A lot of guys that didn't necessarily put points on the board, but got some big rebounds or some big steals. That in a game like this, a 10-point game is you find a way to win off those plays.
And something that you kind of hit on with Livingston's kids never giving up. Our kids did a great job, I thought, of like you said, you hit on it, of keeping composure. But I think that's got to speak some volumes to the mental toughness of this group, and we've seen that throughout the season.
Did. Down the stretch there, we did a good job of keeping our heads. Once we were up 11 to 6 at one point, and it was a timeout, and I told the guys in the locker room after the game, that's when you won the game. I knew they were going to come back and make a run at us, and they did. But I don't think we had a turnover. And we made, I'm not going to say we made all of them. I think we made all but one down the stretch of our free throws, which you got to do those two things down the stretch if you want to win games, and we did them.
And so looking ahead to the postseason, how do you go about as a coach? This is a pretty emotional win, a tight game like that, going back and forth of riding the high of this win, but also keeping the guys level-headed and getting them ready for next Tuesday.
Well, we got to use this, and I told him, I said, we're going to enjoy this tonight, but after tonight, everybody's record goes back to 0-0, and all the good stuff we've done this year, and we've done a lot of good stuff, all that stuff, it still matters a little bit, but if you want to extend your season and keep playing, you got to beat Central. So we're gonna stay humble. We're gonna come in and get a couple of good days of practice and make sure that we're ready to go with our best effort on Tuesday night.
And so looking ahead to Central, I know that's a team that they know us well, we know them well. And so maybe what's something in particular that you're looking for whenever they come out on Tuesday night?
I want to see great defense. We've preached it all year long, and at times when we really do it, I think we're tough to beat. And when we don't do it, we're easy to beat. If we come out and play solid defense, Central's got so many weapons. They got so many guys that can shoot the basketball from behind the arc. They're slashers. They can drive. They're just aggressive. They want to get they want to score 100 points every single night, and they're capable of doing that. So we got to make sure that we lock it in defensively, and then on the offensive end, just attack. That's it.
I know. Just to bounce around a little, talked a little bit about as well the importance of free throws. And is that something that you really try and drive home to these guys? Because overall, we're a very good free throw shooting team, and especially with some individuals shooting into the high 80s.
We try. We spend a lot of time in practice shooting free throws. We try to focus on, not doing too much, talking, just making shots, making free throws and focusing. But let's just be real here. We're dealing with teenagers, and they want to talk. Right. They want to tell stories. They want to talk about what they're doing afterwards. But I guess maybe that works. I'll take 22 for 30 every night. For sure, and that's something I think you do a great job with them. I know it's always good. Talked a little about with Coach Thomas as well. At the end of the day, your regular season, you want to come away with a winning record. But as you say, it resets at the end. But it got to be a good feeling to end up on top of 500 with a big win like this. I'm just happy to win.
Right. Right.
It just makes it fun. It makes it fun when you can say that. You can't always say that, but going into the postseason, every coach wants to end with a win or just playing well. And I thought we ended tonight playing well. But that just because we do that doesn't mean Central's going to give us the game. So we got to make sure that we, again, stay humble and know what the game plan and then go execute.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate you coming over. I know we got a little bit of a drive to go home, so hope you guys be careful on that. But again, I think you guys have, as a coach and staff, have done a fantastic job with these young men during the season, and really looking forward to seeing them play next Tuesday.
Thank you. And I just wanted to give a shout out to you guys. You guys spend a lot of time traveling on the road just like we do, and spend a lot of time in the gym, and and Todd, and just covering our games, and it's much appreciated. So thank you to you all and the parents and that come and support these guys. And even if they yell at me sometime, it's worth it because they're there supporting our guys.
That's right. Well, again, like I said, you guys make it fun to watch, so we enjoy doing it. So congratulations on the win tonight, Coach. And
thank you.
Good luck in both. Thanks. Joined by Coach K with some post-game words. Very excited for those guys. A big-time win here at Livingston Central as we get them wrapped up. Once Bob Hayes comes back over here, we'll get him to get a run-through with our stats. As we mentioned, the Tigers will be back in action next Tuesday for that district tournament where they will take on Hopkins County Central in the second of two games at 7:30. Tip-off slated for 7:30. Would guess it'd probably be close to 7:40, 7:45-ish before we get that thing going. It's all kind of based on what goes on before. But a big-time win tonight. It's always good, as he mentioned, to go into postseason with some momentum, especially a team that you fell short against earlier on in the All-A tournament, but get a little redemption here on their home court. And so a great way to end the regular season, something you've got to be very, very excited for. Now we get Bob to join us back over here, and we'll let him give you a rundown of tonight's stats.
Well, Eric, I'm not sure what I heard. I know Coach K was really pleased with how we played tonight, and Caldwell County putting 70 points on the board tonight, led by Darian Boyd with 32 big points, 14 first half, 18 second half, and just a tremendous effort at the free throw line. He had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 out of 13, and that will certainly help his percentage. 17 points for Jameer Riley. Big game from him, and we needed every point he made at 7 first half, 10 in the second half. His 17. 9 points for Caden Fralix, and Caden gives you just a ton of hustle out there. He had 4 first half, 5 second half for his 9. 7 points for Trip Branch. Those were big points. Had 2 first half, 5 second half for his 7. And John Davis with 5 points, all coming in the second half, and some 3 out of 5 at the free throw line when those 3 free throws meant something. Total of 70 points for the Tigers. The Tigers were 22 out of 30 at the charity stripe tonight, closing in on that 70% mark. For Livingston Central, they had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 players in the scoring column, led by Cameron Head with 13 points, 11 points for Dylan Scher, 9 points for Cameron Dean, 6 points for T. Roy Ringstaff, 6 points for Bailey Vaughn, 4 points for Bryce Stein, 4 points for Braxton Bebout, 4 points for Cameron Kitchens, 2 points for Stevie Mayhew, 1 point for Seth Hosick, and that to me was the key of the game. He's normally a double-figure scorer, so we held him way under his average. And here's another telling stat. We shoot 30 free throws, Livingston shoots 9, but we heard the coaching staff here at our right complaining about the number of free throws being shot by the Tigers, but they were hacked and hacked and hacked even more.
Right.
Fortunately, we were able to get those calls. Livingston 7 out of 9 from the charity stripe. Cardinals go down to defeat in their last game of the season. Caldwell County off on a winning note, moved to 1 game over 500, and we get ready for Tuesday night showdown with Hopkins Central at the Cab.
Right, and we invite everyone to come out if you can to those district tournament games. As we mentioned, after the girls game, the girls will play in the second game on Monday night. They will take on Madisonville North Hopkins, and then Tuesday night, the Tigers will be in action in that 7:30 matchup with Hopkins County Central. So get out, get loud, and come cheer them on in that 7th district tournament. And as always, if you can't make it out to those, you can always listen locally to the broadcast on 103.3 FM, or you can check us out online at www.wpkyonline.com. Check out the live stream as well, or you can go to YouTube, simply search WPKY, and that should bring you right to where you need to be. And so, as always, we're very thankful for our sponsors who make this possible, for all the parents and fans who come out, and for everyone who makes this possible for these young men and young women. So to wrap things up, the Tigers and Lady Tigers go on a full sweep of the Livingston Central Cardinals. Both teams go out on a winning note, and both will be back in action. We mentioned we will be back in action on Monday night at around 7:30. We'll be on around 10 minutes prior to tip-off. That may fluctuate based on how the first game goes, but we invite you to come out. So to leave you with your weekend, this has been Eric Jacobs alongside Bob Hayes bringing you all the action. We wish you a safe night, enjoy the weekend, and we'll see you Monday.